and also Tyler Horner, and you got Cade Policini, and Schiefer Phillips. Those guys, we rely upon them heavily to get that ground game going there. And those guys really got to win it tonight in the trenches, as Columbia Academy has some size to them.
Yeah, you go 6'4", 331 pounds, Jay Reagan. 6'1", 263, Dylan Elkins. 6'5", 331, Jay Stringer. 6'4", 321, Alex Sibley. That's what the Cougars are going to have up front. 6'4", 273, Jacob Bain. I don't know where they stopped for the pregame meal on the way up here, but I guarantee you the buffet was large and plentiful. Probably weren't many scraps left over here after the game there. Those young men were huge. They were some good-sized guys. Indianola Academy's going to really have to come out and hit them in the mouth, and hit them in the mouth a lot tonight. Don't forget you can watch a live video stream of Colonel football tonight and all season long by going to youtube.com and searching Indianola Academy Sports Network. You can also catch our live audio stream online as well, supertalk.fm/high school. We'll remind you that after the first Colonel touchdown tonight, you'll have an opportunity to win a $20 gift card from our friends at Sookie's. Be the first to text your name to 601-941-3922. Again, that's after the first Colonel touchdown. Be the first to text your name to 601-941-3922. You'll win a $20 gift card from Sookie's Restaurant and Catering. We'll remind you that Greenville Motorsports is the sponsor of all IA Colonel First Downs. Coming up during the Vance's Quick Mart halftime show, we'll have double quick trivia for you. In our post-game show, we'll be naming the Lost Pizza Company players of the game, also the Bill's Body Shop collision of the game, and the Van Cleve Insurance proper coverage play of the game. So hopefully there'll be a lot of nominees throughout the night for the Colonels. And we want to say a big thank you to all of our sponsors who allow us to bring you Colonel football. We're going to take a break, and when we come back with the Delta South Motors pregame show, we'll have the starting lineups for you. Don't forget Delta South Motors, located at 400 Highway 82, Indianola, the new home in the Delta for quality pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Go by and see Tommy Cook or give him a call at 662-887-7757. You can check out their inventory online at deltasouthmotors.com. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 6, and on Saturdays, 9 to 3. Delta South Motors, your Delta dealer with the better deal. We'll take a 2-minute break and be back with the starting lineups. You're listening to Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta.
Born and raised in the Delta, we get it. We understand your connection to this land because ours is just as strong. It's not only been our home for 7 generations, but the home of those we care about. We value the natural resources of the Delta and the joy they bring to us. Our goal every day is to nurture and protect those as we continue to provide the best services possible to our customers. That's Gresham Petroleum Company, Indianola. Call 887-2160. That's Gresham Petroleum Company.
Hi folks, Brady Smith with Sunflower Lumber and Home Center here to tell you about our company. Since the 1940s, Sunflower Lumber has been in the same location with the same mission we have today. That's customer service and satisfaction to the fullest. Our dedicated, knowledgeable staff is here to work for you. Whether adding on to the hunting camp, updating your kitchen or bath, spring cleaning around your property, or replacing your roof, we're your first stop for all your project needs. Stop by today at 204 Highway 82 in Indianola or give us a call at 662-887-1511 and see what shopping local can do for you. That's Sunflower Lumber and Home Center. And go Colonels.
This is Selden Van Cleve of Van Cleve Insurance. You may have noticed in the past that all successful athletic teams have a game plan they follow. We at Van Cleve Insurance feel that your insurance is no different. We are a trusted choice independent agent and offer all lines of insurance, which enables you to have all of your coverage in one place. Let us take a look at your insurance and work up a successful game plan for you. That's Van Cleve Insurance, located on Highway 49, Indianola, since 1932.
What is the swing bed unit at South Sunflower County Hospital? That's easy. It's the best place to get better. When you need skilled nursing or rehab after a hospital stay, choose South Sunflower County Hospital close to home. On-site therapy, state-of-the-art technology, and easy access to physicians makes South Sunflower County Hospital a great place to get better. During hospitalization and after, South Sunflower County Hospital in Indianola believes that better medicine begins with big hearts. Remember the big hearts and the swing bed unit that's close to home. South Sunflower County Hospital.
Welcome back. Watson Cook and Brady Smith with you as we continue with the Delta South Motors pregame show. The captains have met at midfield. Columbia Academy won the toss. They chose to take the ball. So we will see sophomore quarterback Raz Pace on the field first for the Cougars. Your captains tonight for the Colonels were Sebastian Harris, William Barrier, Watson Brewer, and Jack Dodd. A few of these starting lineups for the Colonels. We'll start on the defensive side. At one defensive end will be a senior, number 52, Schieffer Phillips, 2 solos and 14 assists on the year. At nose guard will be a senior, number 26, John Abbott Smith, 13 solos and 35 assists. The other defensive end is a junior, number 28, Wesley Lester, 23 solos, 46 assists, 6 sacks, 2 fumble recoveries, and a pass deflection on the year. At outside linebacker will be a junior, number 14, Josh Hill, 13 solos, 35 assists, 2 sacks, an interception, and 3 pass breakups. The middle linebacker is a senior, number 64, Jack Dodd, 10 solos, 50 assists, and 2 fumble recoveries on the year. The other outside linebacker is a junior, number 3, Stephon Smith, 22 solos, 50 assists, 2 interceptions, a fumble recovery, and 2 pass breakups. At the laser position will be a sophomore, number 25, Woods Toller, 9 solos, 31 assists, a sack, an interception, 2 pass breakups, and a fumble recovery. At the Rocket will be a junior, number 80, Eli Lipsy, 14 solos, 25 assists, and 2 pass breakups. One cornerback will be a junior, number 4, Randy Kimball, 10 solos, 16 assists, 3 interceptions, and 7 pass breakups. The other corner is a junior, number 22, Day Willis, 12 solos, 13 assists, an interception, and 4 pass deflections. And the free safety for the IA Colonels is a senior, number 11, William Barrier, 15 solos, 26 assists, an interception, 6 pass breakups, and 1 fumble recovery. Up front on the offensive line at left tackle will be a senior, number 58, Tyler Horner. At left guard, a senior, number 50, Cade Policini. At center, a junior, number 57, Logan White. At right guard, a senior, number 52, Schieffer Phillips. At right tackle, a senior, number 55, Watson Brewer. The starting tight end for the Colonels will be a junior, number 3, Stephon Smith, who has 12 receptions for 150 yards and a touchdown on the year. Your 2 starting wideouts will be a junior, number 4, Randy Kimball, 14 receptions, 135 yards, and 2 touchdowns. The other starting wideout will be a senior, number 2, T.K. Bolden, 43 receptions, 1,089 yards, 9 touchdowns, and a rushing touchdown also on the year for Bolden. In the backfield at fullback will be a junior, number 28, Wesley Lester, 72 carries, 448 yards, and 11 touchdowns. He also has 3 receptions for 38 yards. At the tailback position will be a senior, number 10, Sebastian Harris, 210 carries, 2,415 yards, 35 touchdowns, also 5 receptions, 63 yards, and a touchdown for Harris on the year. And the starting quarterback for the IA Colonels will be a junior, number 15, Will Davis, 81 of 139 on the year. He's completed 58% of his passes. Davis has thrown for 1,493 yards, 14 touchdowns to only 4 interceptions. Davis has also carried it 54 times for 499 yards and 4 touchdowns. Again, the Cougars won the opening toss. They will receive when we get ready to kick things off here in just a couple of minutes. We're going to take our final break of the Delta South Motors pregame show, and we'll be back with kickoff. You're listening to Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta.
Oh, Olivia, I scratched the hardwood floor with my truck. Oh, no, Cooper, what are we going to do? Call my pals at Robertson Floor Service.
That's right, Cooper and Olivia. Your pap at Robertson Floor Service has been serving the Delta's flooring needs since 1992. Call us for an appointment today at 662-887-4477. Tell them, Olivia.
Come to Pep Store. We can redo your hardwood floor and get a free coat.
Get ready for the woods at Outlaw Sporting Goods in Greenwood. Find stands, attractants, feed, ammunition, rifles, and shotguns. Outlaw is a certified Benelli dealer. Find boots and clothing from Southern Marsh, Cool, and Drake. We have a wall of handguns, archery range, bows by Hoyt, Elite, and Bowtech, crossbows, youth bows, Rage, broadheads, Yeti coolers in every size and color. Duck hunters, we have decoys, shells, and waders. If you need it, Outlaw Sporting Goods has it. When you leave Outlaw Sporting Goods, you just feel better. Outlaw Sporting Goods, Greenwood.
Welcome back as we wrap up the Delta South Motors pregame show. Delta South Motors, your new home in the Delta for quality pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Go by and see Tommy Cook at 400 Highway 82, Indianola, or give him a call at 662-887-7757. You can also find their inventory online at deltasouthmotors.com. We are just about ready for kickoff. The Colonels and the Columbia Academy Cougars, a spot in the state championship on the line. Colonels will be kicking right to left. Cougars will work left to right. We'll keep you updated throughout the night on the other semifinal going on in Starkville. Adams County Christian out of Natchez is on the road at Starkville Academy. We'll keep you posted on those scores throughout the night as well. The Cougars will send back number 1, Ryle Stewart, deep to return the kick. Also number 2, Aaron Thomas, back as well, waiting on the kick from Colonel Senior William Barrier. Huge crowd here at Legion Field, great atmosphere. And the MAIS AAA semifinals are underway. Barrier, the high end over end kick, going to be taken by Stewart at the 17. Returns it straight ahead, crosses the 25, and he's hit hard around the 27. That's where the Cougars will start 1st and 10. James Hill among the first to get downfield. Sebastian Harris in there as well.
Yeah, just good job running the routes downfield there. They ran their lanes like they've been instructed to do all season long. You got to give them credit there, Ryle Stewart, catching that ball cleanly and returning it upfield, giving them a manageable play as well. The 10th graders, they're depending on some young players here tonight, Columbia Academy. That just says that they got a bright future among them.
Sophomore quarterback Raz Pace, who wears number 10, will come out in direct traffic for the Cougars. They will open in the shotgun. They send Thomas in motion far side. Pace dumps it off left side. It's complete to Thomas and works up across the 30, finally taken out of bounds near the 35. Eli Lipsy going over to make the tackle. They're going to say he stepped out at the 32, it appears, which will be a 5-yard gain, 2nd and 5 coming up.
I'm sure that Columbia has seen many a game film here and know the Indianola Academy is expecting the run on the first play and got those ears pinned back, so they stretch the field there and try to widen the Colonels out.
Pace will run the option right side, pitches to Drew Havard, and he is wrestled down at the 35. Stephon Smith coming over to make the tackle. 3-yard pickup, bring up 3rd and 2.
Well, they were in the shotgun formation there, ran the option play to the right side there. I thought we did a good job picking up the quarterback, making him pitch the ball there. The defensive end did that, and then the 2 up backs there, linebackers, did a good job of coming up and picking up the pitch man for not much of a gain there. Going to bring up a 3rd down situation.
3rd and short for the Cougars. Ball is at the Columbia 35 on the near hash. Pace will work out of the gun, fakes the give, tries to keep it for himself. Straight ahead, he's spun down at the 36. I believe he's short. Cougars signal they have the 1st down. We'll have to wait on the spot from the official. Going to be very close.
Wow.
Put it just shy of the 37, and we're going to have a timeout for a measurement. No score here early in the first quarter. Cougars looking to pick up the 1st down. Going to have a measurement. To correct myself, I said earlier quarterback Pace was number 10. He's number 13. I was looking at the grade. A sophomore. So
I don't know if you saw where I underlined that up there, too, just to make extra sure you saw that in the future.
Short. Chains are down, and he is about 6 inches short. It'll be 4th and inches for the Cougars. Decision time for head coach Randy Butler. And it appears they're going to send the punt team out.
Got to watch the ball here. They might try to do a silent count and jump them off sides here. You know that adrenaline's pumping. The butterflies are going as well, so they know that they could possibly jump them off sides here. Got to watch the ball. Be disciplined.
It's like Hunter Courtney, 11, will be the punter. He will go back and stand at his own 22. Colonels will send back William Barrier to return. He stands at his own 30. The Colonel defense coming up with the stop. As you said, got to watch the fake here, the snap back. They do punt it away. It's a high, wobbly kick. A short kick will hit at the Colonel 43. Takes a Columbia roll inside the 35, down to the 31. Maybe the 30 is where it goes out of bounds, and that's where the Colonels will start 1st and 10, their first offensive series of the night. No score with 10:35 to go in the opening quarter.
A very favorable Cougar roll there. Nice bounce by the punter there. You know, they really scared Indianola Academy, their defense. We stayed very stingy, though, and gritty, bent but didn't break, and we're able to hold the Cougars out on that first series on offense without any 1st downs. That's a task there because Columbia Academy is very, very talented on the offensive side of the ball.
1st and 10, Colonels from their own 31. Ball is on the far hash. Davis will go under center. Offset eye with Lester and Harris in the backfield. Bolden and Kimball split out to the near side. They give it right side to Harris. Breaks free for a 1st down. He's in Cougar territory. Sidesteps the man at the 45 and taken out of bounds at the 36 of Columbia Academy. Sebastian Harris with the Greenville Motorsports first down.
Well, what Columbia Academy looked at whenever they came up to the line of scrimmage there at that time, they saw no splits there. Indianola Academy offensive line, those big cattle up there up front, those guys that we're going to rely on a lot tonight, getting toe-to-toe there, shoulder-to-shoulder, depending and relying upon each other, and they really opened up the front there. And once Sebastian Harris was able to vault out into the secondary, it was just off to the foot races there. We were able to outrun them there for much-needed yardage.
33-yard gain for Harris. 1st and 10, Colonels. Davis under center. Handoff goes to Lester straight ahead, and he's stacked up after a short gain. They'll mark it at the 32, a 4-yard gain for the junior fullback.
Well, I like to see the combination of Lester and Harris there, and also the past couple of weeks we've thrown in Davis as well. The quarterback, the speedster, has done an excellent job as well for the Colonels on the offensive side of the ball, especially when Lester and Harris are really getting keyed upon one another, and the passing game's kind of been a little Mosnick's. It's dry conditions tonight, so I hope to see that passing game get kicked back in there.
2nd and 6, Colonels from the Cougar 32. Davis under center, one receiver to either side. Bolden comes in motion to the near side. Davis will turn, handoff to Harris. Spins out of one tackle, breaks free right side. 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Colonels. Sebastian Harris works his magic and takes it 32 yards to the house. Colonels on top, 6-0 with 9:38 to play in the first quarter. Don't forget to text 601-941-3922. Text your name, try to win a $20 gift card from our friends at Sookies.
Well, the offensive play started off with T.K. Bolden coming from the right to the left in motion there. They were running man defense there, so their cornerback goes all the way across the field with him, leaves the right side of the field wide open there. Sebastian Harris just bounced it out to the outside, plenty of room to run.
Barrier on for the extra point. Kick is up and good. Colonels on top 7-0 over Columbia Academy with 9:38 to play in the first quarter. We'll step aside and take a break and be back with Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta.
Supporters of Colonel Football, the Tackett family, owners of Heartland Catfish Company, farm 7,200 surface water acres of catfish and 15,000 acres of grain land. That makes us the largest single grower of farm-raised catfish in the U.S. Heartland is committed to supplying our customers with the highest quality farm-raised catfish products. Be sure and eat catfish raised in the Mississippi Delta by looking for the Heartland seal, smooth, clean fillet cuts that meet the highest standards, just like Indianola Academy and Colonel Football. Heartland Catfish, a proud sponsor of Colonel Football.
Steve's Cleaners, your one-stop dry cleaners. We offer a variety of services from cleaning comforters to prom and wedding dresses. We are proud to have served Indianola for more than 43 years and have now added a location in Cleveland to better serve the Delta. Our friendly and professional staff are ready to serve your needs. We at Steve's Cleaners always cheer for the blue and white of the Indianola Academy Colonels. Go Big Blue! Steve's Cleaners with locations in Indianola and Cleveland.
Welcome back. A 3-play, 69-yard drive for the Colonels. Sebastian Harris takes it in from 32 yards out. Colonels on top, 7-0, and the kickoff taken from the 10. Return straight ahead up to the 31-yard line. That was Ralph Stewart. On the return, Ashton Powell and Randy Kimball getting downfield to make the tackle.
Speaking of depending on young people to get those plays there, nice route run by 56 Ashton Powell, a freshman. Great job making some contact down there. You know that's definitely got that blood flowing and pumping there as that young man, he comes in and he subs in for John Abbott Smith. That's our backup nose guard there. We're going to rely upon him a little bit tonight.
1st and 10 Cougars from their own 32. Pace will work out of the gun, looking to pass. Flushed out of the pocket, now dumps it off left side. It's complete at the 35 and taken down immediately there. Was Owen Harper, I believe it was, on the reception. Give him 3, 2nd and 7.
Botam Raz Pace has rolled out to his left and thrown across his body. He's done an excellent job of getting out of the pocket, feeling the pressure from the backside, throwing that ball, nice crisp route, ran by his receiver there, and able to get some positive yardage there, making a second down and manageable situation both series for Columbia Academy, and exciting offense here to watch.
2nd and 7 Cougars from their own 35. A man comes in motion near side, and there is a flag down. Josh Hill saw whatever it was. He was pointing things out. This appears to be against Columbia. Will be a false start. Back them up to the 30. Colonels on top 7-0 with 8:54 to play in the first quarter.
Yeah, normally when they throw those flags at your players, you're like, uh-oh, that's against us, and they dropped it right by Josh Hill's feet, but the officials saw the same bird's-eye view that Josh had.
2nd and 11 now. Pace rolling to his right, sets up, throws downfield, and overshoots intended receiver Harrison Hartzog. Hartzog kind of cut the route off. Pace threw deep downfield, and there was nobody home. How about that? The official begging Coach Nestor for a ball. He says, you got to go to the other side, bud.
Yeah.
Columbia's got the ball.
Well, he's just getting caught up in the moment. These officials here, they he just told Coach, sorry about that. We got to get a little excitement here. I thought he was going to pull that handkerchief out there for a second, but that was just an uncatchable ball there. I like to see Pace. He's got an arm on him, so we got to stay deep as that defensive route man tonight. William Barrier doing a good job not letting the receivers get behind him.
3rd and 11 from the 30. They actually have it at 31. Pace looking to pass, has time in the pocket, throws over the middle. It's batted up in the air and falls incomplete. Eli Lipsy had the shot at the pick after it went airborne, but couldn't haul it in. That'll bring up 4th down.
Well, number 3, Stephon Smith, the middle linebacker there. Normally he's called on to the blitz and put that pressure on the quarterback there. Raz Pace standing in the pocket, staying strong and steadfast there. Did not see Stephon Smith drop back from that linebacker position. Got that big paw up there, that bear paw, and knocked it up in the air. It could have been anybody's ball. I thought Eli was going to be able to recover it. Unfortunate situation there for the Colonels.
So the Cougars to punt for the second straight series. They go back and stand at their own 17. William Barrier back to return. A high spiral kick. Barrier will call for a fair catch. Goes down to a knee. Boy, puts a scare in Colonel Faithful, but will haul it in at the 37, and that's where the Colonels will take over 1st and 10 on top of Columbia, 7-0 with 8:28 to go in the opening quarter.
Well, I don't know if you watched that ball in the air there. It had a little knuckleball effect there, Watson, and I don't know if you've ever taken BP against somebody that throws some knuckleballs, but it is not fun to hit against. You don't know where that ball, and that makes 2 of them because the pitcher doesn't know where it's going either. I don't know if that punter is intending to do that, but nonetheless, it is very effective there. As like you said, Barrier wisely went to a knee, made sure he cradled and caught that ball because he was pressured very hard. Did a good job for the Colonels' special teams.
1st and 10, Big Blue from their own 37. Davis will work out of the gun, gets behind his blockers, runs it left side, cuts to the edge, 40-45, and taken out of bounds. They mark him out at the 47. Should be good enough for a Greenville Motorsports 1st down.
Patrick Gill, number 10, or number 12, a sophomore. There we go with the number 10 again, applying a lot of pressure there for Columbia Academy. I see he's got his arm bandaged up there heavily. Looks like he's got a cast on him as well. I like how they got it patterned in the Cougar orange, though. They're showing that school spirit there. Pretty sharp.
I'm going to say 2nd and inches for the Colonels. Nose of the football sits just shy of the 47. Davis will go under center, 2 receivers right. Lester and Harris in the backfield. Handoff goes to Harris, off right tackle. Bounces outside at midfield, makes a cut at the 45, and up there. A late flag comes in. Yep, maybe holding out on the edge.
I saw Randy on the cut back there. He hit somebody in the back, his defensive back, the guy who's trying to block. And Harris made you can't tell when you're looking back at the run guy. You don't know if he's going to cut to the left or cut to the right. Randy was expecting to cut back to the left to the middle of the field instead of bouncing it to the outside of the field. Well, Sebastian cut it to the right, and Randy ended up blocking in the back, negating that nice run that Harris had there. Unfortunate situation for the Indianola Academy Colonel offense.
That will take away the 1st down run. They will mark it back to the 43. It's part of football. Yep. 2nd and 4 here for the Colonels. Ball is at the IA-43 on the right hash. 8:05 to go 1st quarter. Colonels on top, 7-0. Still haven't got a score update from Starkville and Adams County.
How about that? Our sideline coordinator, Alan Hargett, Mr. Dependable, going to the Starkville and Adams game there tonight.
Had to pay him the big bucks to do that.
That's right.
And Coach Nestor wants a timeout. Wants to talk things over. We'll keep it here. 2nd series of the night for the Colonels. They made things look easy on their 1st drive. 3 plays, 69 yards. Sebastian Harris, a 32-yard run. Right now in this drive, though, the Cougars hemming up Harris, and the Colonels with the penalty lost the 1st down pickup. Now looking at 2nd and 4 from their own 43.
Yeah, Indianola Academy offense here. You know, hey, we've got that first series pregame jitters, butterflies out of our system now. Hey, this is our what we say, 5th year in a row now to be in the semifinals. Past 2 years been in the state championship game. Last year we were able to capture that. This team hasn't felt any defeat here in a long, long time. These guys know how to battle here. They've been here before. They're battle-tested. And hopefully that they're going to carry that chip on their shoulder and continue this thing out and not let the team from last year outdo the team from this year, because from now on out, you'll always have that saying, hey, our team went undefeated. We won state. Your team didn't. So this Colonel offense here, they're really going to run hard here and try to get in that end zone tonight and carry this thing to the championship.
2nd and 4 from the 43. Ball is on the far hash. Davis will work out of the gun, has Lester and Harris in the backfield. He'll give it to Harris, tries to hurdle a defender, and gets close to the first down marker. Believe he's going to be about a yard shy. They'll mark it just across the 46, give him 3 on the carry.
Normally when you see defensive men jump in there like that, you start to see a ball hitting the ground or almost a fumble there, and they're just in there trying to grasp Sebastian Harris, because they know, watching game film, he's not going to go down with 8 arm tackles or beat just one man tackling him. He's going to have to get bunched up there and gang tackled, and that's going to be the recipe for success for Columbia tonight.
Adams and Starkville scoreless, 3:30 to go in the first quarter. Here, Davis keeps it for himself. He's got the Greenville Motorsports first down. Give him 2 to the 48. That'll move the chains for IA.
I like to see the grittiness of Logan White, the center end there, getting a little scrappy out there. I like that. Indianola Academy's quarterback there, Will Davis, calling his own number there, can run to the right. That's normally the strong side that you like to lean towards. He instead jumps to the left side, the weak side, the back side there, and relied heavily on Tyler Horner there, and also I believe that was Schieffer Phillips, and got in there for that first down.
1st and 10 from the 48. Davis will turn, handoff to Harris, tries to bounce it outside, and he's wrestled down just inside Cougar territory. They'll mark it at the 48, give him 4. We'll bring up 2nd and 6.
You know, one bad thing, Watson, about your offensive linemen playing toe-to-toe, no gap splits there, it brings the defense in tight as well. So it's a bunch of people stacked in that box right now. Indianola Academy Coach Nestor, those going to take his chances there. It's a numbers game. They're going to play it and try to see who can outrun who and who can run over who the hardest here. They want to see who came to hit tonight. They want to go home with some orange on that helmet there. And I guarantee you right now, these guys are firing out. Let's hope they continue to execute.
Colonel's on top 7-0 with 6:10 to play in the first quarter. 2nd and 6 from the Cougar 48. Ball on the far hash. Davis calls his own number left side. Flag is down. He's taken down after a 2-yard gain to the 46. We'll have to check the penalty marker.
Yeah, that was the back judge there. That's going to be kind of in the area of holding when they throw it in that offensive line area there. I didn't see it. I thought that we got out of our splits fast enough there. But nonetheless, that's why I don't get paid to officiate there, and that's what their job is to do down there.
We've got, is that a chop block?
Yeah, really.
All against the Colonels?
I was trying to figure that out as well. I didn't see the holding there.
Nonetheless, it will be against Indianola Academy. They will step it off.
Yeah.
Back to the Colonel 35.
And, you know, just firing out of those stances there, those offensive linemen trying to reach block. That's normally what they do on a situation like that. You don't get a number in particular. You don't get a man. You just try to reach and read gap coverage there. You're trying to block this gap. You're not blocking a man in particular, trying to reach out there.
2nd and 23 from the Colonel 35. Davis looking to pass, has time in the pocket, throws over the middle, incomplete. Was looking for TK Bolden. Colonel crowd wanted a flag. There was contact right at the moment the ball got to Bolden. There is no flag. Going to bring up 3rd and 23.
Yeah, I'm going to give Aaron Thomas there very good coverage. And it's not much often that TK runs a route across the middle of the field there. He did there that time and just could not come down with the ball. That's normally our go-to guy. Just a quick thought here that I'm thinking about right now. Charlie Smith, the old editor for Indianola Enterprise Toxin, is now in Columbia, Mississippi. So how neat is that? That little tied up there.
3rd and 23 from their own 35. Davis looking to pass. Steps up in the pocket. Throws over the middle. Caught at midfield and going into Cougar territory is Randy Kimball. Still going to be well shy of the first down. I was looking at the wrong marker there. Still going to be 4th and about 7 for the Colonels. They put it at the Cougar 49.
Very reminiscent of an older number 4, Tristan Knight there, the secondary receiver for the Colonels that season. Randy Kimball kind of stepping up into that position as well. Colonels don't rely on him often, but when they did there that time, gave him some breathing room here for 4th and manageable for your punt team.
Josh Hill on the punt, gets off a nice high spiral kick. Cougars will let it hit and roll, and it will be down at the Columbia 10 is where they'll put it. 1st and 10 for the Cougars with 5:02 to play in the first quarter. Colonels on top, 7-0, 39-yard punt out of field, no return.
Well, second series on offense for the Colonels there. They cannot be upset with that. We were moving the ball pretty good there, and that shot block call there, which if we did it, it's legit, but that's the only thing that kept us there. I mean, when you get a 15-yard penalty, pushes you back into a passing situation there, and, it's just part of it, and you got to regain composure here on this sidelines and stay focused.
1st and 10, Cougars from their own 10. Pace will take the snap out of the gun, hands off straight ahead, and a little running room, closes quickly as they will mark it at the 13. Drew Havard on the carry, give him 3, 2nd and 7 coming up. Jackie Dodd on the tackle.
A lot of times Watson offenses don't know how to block a 3-3, 3-5 defense here. It's very confusing a lot of times. You're like, which one's the defensive end? Who's the defensive tackle? Where are we going? And Indianola Academy really mask those blitzes up there with those linebackers. They'll come up, stunt, and go back. It's a tough decision.
Low snap, flags are down. Boy, the penalty there may have bailed out the Cougars because I don't know if Pace wasn't looking for it, if it was a bad snap. He didn't get it cleanly, but the play was blown dead. It'll be a false start against the Cougars. We'll back them up to the 8. Quick score update, Starkville Academy strikes first in Starkville. They lead Adams County Christian 7-0 with 2 minutes to go in the first quarter.
While we got a second, it looks like Michael Allen is the winner of the Sookies gift card there.
Congratulations to Michael. 2nd and 12 for the Cougars, now from their own 8. Pace works out of the gun, 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Steps up, the pass, throws left side complete to Stewart, and he's going to work up for the first down, taken down across the 20 to the 21, maybe the 22, Eli Lipsy on the tackle.
Not sure who had outside coverage there. Call that out in the flats there. I believe that was going to be Josh Hill, and just got beat by about a step or 2 there, and nonetheless, he was there to make the play, but Columbia Academy was able to advance the chains there, and I believe that's their first down of the game.
Yes, 1st and 10 from their own 22. Flags are down once again.
Number 15, the up back on the right side, got out of his stance a little too quick. He knew he was on a pulling play there. He was going to be the pulling up back there. They were going to call some kind of counter or trap on the back side there. 15 is a large lad, 6'5", 250, Owen Harper, the senior. He knows he doesn't want this to be his last game here. He's battled tough here, and to get to the semifinals, and like I said earlier in the game, revenge is on their plate.
1st and 15 now for Columbia from their own 17. Colonels lead 7-0, 3:40 to go in the first quarter. Pace going to call his own number. He's hit in the backfield and dropped. Wesley Lester getting back there to bring down Pace. This will be a loss back to the 15, 2-yard loss. 2nd and... Is that right? And they mark it back at the 15. Yeah, 2nd and 17. That's right. From the Cougar 15. Pace will work out of the gun. Single back, runs the option right side. He will pitch to Havard, tries to stretch it to the boundary, and taken down out of bounds. Randy Kimball, Woods, Toller combining on the tackle. They'll mark it around the 17, maybe the 18-yard line, bring up 3rd and long.
Well, give Columbia Academy credit there. They did a good job of stretching the field out there and working all the way to the outside. They ran there hard and got a few yards there, got out there and Randy Kimball and figured out that Woods Toller is a sophomore here, going to try to run to his side. It was a good option run play there and got to the outside, just couldn't round the corner.
3rd and 14 from the 18. Pace looking to pass. Has time, throws downfield. It's caught at the 30. It's Aaron Thomas going to be short of the first down. Stephon Smith coming up to make the tackle. Fourth down, decision time coming for Coach Randy Butler. And he'll send the punting unit on.
I don't know if you watched that. Stephon dove for the ball there, got on the ground, and then once he realized that the pass was caught there by the receiver, Thomas, gets up off the ground, dusts himself off, and makes the tackle there. Very good coverage, grittiness there by the defensive unit yet again for the Indianola Academy Colonels.
Actually marked at the 28. The Cougars will be punting again on fourth down. Barrier back to return. A low line drive kick. Barrier will let it hit at the Colonel 38. It will take a Columbia roll to the 29, and that's where the Colonels will start first and 10. There is a flag down back at the I-43. See what that's about.
The only person I saw in that area was number 4, Randy Kimball. I saw several Colonel defenders on the punt return unit on the ground there at that time, one of them being the jackhammer, Jack Dodd. It's a rarity to see him on the ground. I know it's a little wet out there and not making any excuses for anybody, but, you know, that field, you do have some rough footing. And these guys are hitting, and they're trying to, you know, hit all the way down the field. They didn't make it to the semifinals of the MAIS AAA state for nothing. I mean, these are good teams. Both of them here are going to play to the last whistle blows.
Blocking the back against the Colonels will take them back to their own 20, and that's where IA will start this drive, leading Columbia 7-0, 2:12 to play in the first quarter. Colonel QB Will Davis will go under center. He'll turn, pitch it left side to Harris, follows his blockers, has running room to the 30. To the 35, makes a cut 40, and taken down at the 42 is where they'll mark it. 22-yard run for the senior Harris, another Greenville Motorsports first down.
Well, up front, 28, Wesley Lester, number 3, Stephon Smith, and then number 2, T.K. Bolden, the receiver, making some beautiful blocks up front there, and Harris just wisely follows right behind him. I mean, that was just perfect time, great execution there, nice run right into our front door right here, and we had the bird's eye view, and Columbia Academy was just outnumbered there that time. Got to the ball and were there to make the play, but Colonel's blocking up front did the job.
First and 10, Colonels from their own 42. Ball is on the near hash. Davis, quick drop, looking to pass, lost it downfield, going for Bolden. Got him at the 30, and great coverage. It's tipped and batted away. Brent Mitchell with the coverage. Both Mitchell and Bolden had a couple of opportunities to haul that one in. They kept playing patty cake with it. But great coverage downfield by Mitchell. 2nd and 10 for the Colonels.
Watson, I don't know if you saw it. I was trying to count as fast as I could. Columbia had 10 men stacked in the box there that time. One-on-one coverage out here on the defensive back, and Davis almost put it perfectly where only TK could catch that ball. Nonetheless, such a tough break there. Very hard playing here by both teams.
2nd and 10 from the 42. Davis will turn, give it to Harris. Breaks free straight ahead, bounces outside at the 50. In Cougar territory to the 35-30, to the 25-20, inside the 15, taken down at the 12. Wow, he is one fun young man to watch run the football. When he breaks free, always has a chance to take it. Credit Columbia for bringing him down. They mark it at the 13, a Greenville Motorsports first down.
Watson, Columbia is running a 6-man jumbo package front there. Have 9 men stacked in the box there. The numbers are in their favor. And Sebastian Harris somehow finds a way to get away there and gets great field position for the Colonels.
45-yard run. Pitch to Harris. Comes left side, makes a cut at the 10 to the 5. Touchdown, Colonels. Harris takes it in from 13 yards out, his second touchdown of the night, and the Colonels go on top 13-0 with 1:16 to go in the first quarter.
He's the workhorse, the guy that you rely upon heavy. The toss sweep out there going to the 9-hole. Harris sees a gap, a lane, runs it up the field there, wisely gets in behind his blockers, untouched. Might have got a pinky on him there right at the end. Big 51 coming across there for Columbia Academy. Stephen Toller, the senior, nonetheless too little too late.
Barrier's extra point is up and good. 14-0. Colonels on top of Columbia with 1:16 to play in the first quarter. Sebastian Harris already over 150 tonight. He's at 152. And we will step aside and take a break as the Colonels lead it by 2 scores over Columbia. Back in a minute with Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta.
Get ready for the woods at Outlaw Sporting Goods in Greenwood. Find stands, attractants, feed, ammunition, rifles, and shotguns. Outlaw is a certified Benelli dealer. Find boots and clothing from Southern Marsh, Cool, and Drake. We have a wall of handguns, archery range, bows by Hoyt, Elite, and Bowtech, crossbows, youth bows, Rage, broadheads, Yeti coolers in every size and color. Duck hunters, we have decoys, shells, and waders. If you need it, Outlaw Sporting Goods has it. When you leave Outlaw Sporting Goods, you just feel better. Outlaw Sporting Goods, Greenwood.
We all know that Indianola Electric works on electric motors, but did you know Indianola Electric works on irrigation well motors? Call Chris today to talk about any type of electrical work on your irrigation system. When you need work on your in-gun pivot motor, electrical motors, and generators, there's one place to call, Indianola Electric at 887-3292. Our fully trained professionals are ready to serve you, so call today. With over 34 years serving this area, we want you to be our next satisfied customer. Call Indianola Electric today, 887-3292, Highway 49 North in Indianola.
Welcome back. Barrier with the kickoff, taken at the 13 by Stewart. Looks for running room straight ahead. Gets across the 30 up to the 35. Ball comes loose. Who's got it? There's a fight for it down on the field. I believe the Cougars have recovered, so they will keep possession. Wow, that could have been big for the Colonels had they been able to fall on that. Instead, it'll be 1st and 10 Columbia from their own 33. IA on top 14-0 with 1:10 to play in the first quarter. That last scoring drive, 4 plays, 80 yards. Sebastian Harris with a 13-yard touchdown run.
Watson, I wish that I could have seen who made that lick there, because that was a nice snot pop there. And I would have loved to given out a Bill's Body Shop nominee, but there was a lick there. Nonetheless, Colonels are on defense here.
1st and 10 from the 34. Movement again up front. Colonel celebrating like this will go against the Cougars, and it will. That'll back them up 5 yards.
Yeah, it looked like the right guard there jumped out of his stance just a hair too early there. Was sitting there trying to read the defense, what Indianola Academy was lining up. Had his head up on a swivel looking to see if he had a blitzing back there, and then just fell out of his stance at the last second.
1st and 15 now for the Cougars from their own 29. Into the first quarter in Starkville. The Volunteers on top of Adams County, 7-0. Pace will fake the give, tries to run it straight ahead, and going to be taken down at the 31. Jack Dodd and Josh Hill combining on the stop.
Yeah, good job there. Good presence by the defensive end and tackles there. Actually, Jack had the pitch man there and wisely saw the quarterback crash down to the middle there. Kind of a veer formation that they're running, almost an option attack as well. And Jack Dodd wisely catching back up at the last second there and making a nice tackle in between the tackles.
2-yard gain, 2nd and 13 from the Cougar 31. Pace will again work out of the gun. And another flag is down. Cougars not able to.
He put his hand down
together.
And he stood back up. I saw the official call that at that time.
Yeah, the tight end to the right side went down in his stance and then came back in motion, so that'll back him up another 15. 32 seconds to go in the first quarter. Colonel's on top 14-0.
Another 5.
What I say?
Another 15.
Yeah, let's go with 5. Thank you.
They're going in reverse. Let's put it that way.
It's been a long day.
I understand, partner.
So now 2nd and 18 from the Cougar 26. Pace takes a snap out of the gun, trips right, looking to pass, in trouble. Smith giving chase and lets it go, falls incomplete. Stephon Smith had him around the shoestrings. Lester came in to finish him off up top. Pass falls incomplete. We'll bring up 3rd and 18.
I can say we have put a little pressure on Raz Pace there tonight, have scuffled him some. He seems to be very comfortable in the pocket back there for the most part, though, and doesn't let the Colonels' defensive rushing attack really shake him up any. It is the 3rd and long passing situation. He knows that and sits back in that pocket comfortably there like a seasoned veteran.
3rd and 18. Pace works from the gun, trips near side again. Looking to pass, has time, steps up, throws downfield, nobody home. He's trying to hit Harper around the 40. That ball landed at the Colonel 45. 4th and 18 coming up.
I believe his receiver was tall enough, Owen Harper, 6'5" guy there, but at the same time, when you're Nolan Ryan back there pitching that 100-mile-an-hour fastball, Pace had just a little too much heat on it there that time, trying to force something in a tiny window across the middle of the field there, it was just going to be too short anyway, as Columbia has to get 20-something yards to get that first down. Just too much defense here for the Columbia to take advantage of.
Barrier will go back, stand at the Colonel 45. That punt nearly blocked a high spiral kick. Barrier will call for a fair catch and will bring it in at the Colonel 38. That's where IA will have it, 1st and 10. 14 seconds to play in the opening quarter. Big Blue on top of Columbia, 14-0.
Well, you can see the field starting to get a little wear and tear out there. Everybody was really hoping that the field was going to drain before this game, and I kept telling fans that came in today at the store, telling them, hey, I hope it does. I'm very optimistic. It's going to be a good night for football. It's not going to be raining in the bleachers in the stands where you're going to be sitting, so come on out here and enjoy it tonight. But it is it's starting to get a little muddy out there, as we did take on a lot of rain Wednesday of this week.
1st and 10, Colonels from their own 38. Davis is under center. He'll turn, hand off to Harris, runs through a man at the line of scrimmage, gets by another. Going to be close to a Greenville Motorsports first down across the 45 to the 49. He'll have enough. Give him 11 on the carry.
Nice hard running there, shooting in on that 5-hole there as Lester, the 28, the junior running back, did a great job of pounding there. Got hit at the initial line of scrimmage, did not go down with that initial blow, kept his feet churning there, got the first down yardage, moved them chain.
Colonels won't have to snap it. First quarter comes to an end. It's been a good one for the IA Colonels. They lead Columbia 14-0 after 1 quarter of play. We will step aside and take a break and be back with Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta.
More than 70 years, Guarantee Bank and Trust Company has embraced the time-tested principles of independent banking. We work to develop relationships with our customers, a relationship that provides the peace of mind knowing that your bank is with you every step of the way. Come discover it for yourself at Guarantee Bank in Batesville, Belzona, Cleveland, Greenville, Hernando, Hollandale, Indianola, Senatobia, South Haven, Vicksburg, and now open in Grenada. Personal service, professional solutions. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
The best-kept secret in the Delta is Impact Wholesale Warehouse on Highway 82, Indianola, right next to Love's Travel Center. Having a party? Get all of your party supplies at Impact. Save money on your janitorial supplies by shopping our huge warehouse. And listen to this, ribs, chicken, catfish, and seafood are our specialties. Also canned goods, candy, and lots more. We serve many area schools and restaurants and would love to serve you. That's Impact Wholesale Warehouse next to Love's Travel Center. Call 887-7288.
Welcome back. Start of the second quarter. Colonels on top of Columbia 14-0. Watson Cook and Brady Smith with you. That was Wesley Lester on that last run for the Colonels. 11-yard gain for Lester to the 49, not Harris. 1st and 10 from the Colonel 49. Colonels now work left to right in the second quarter. Lester takes it straight ahead and trying to fight for yardage. Only going to pick up 2 or 3. He's stacked up several white shirts and taken down. They'll mark it at the Cougar 49, give him 2 on the carry.
Yeah, just tough, hard running there. Columbia Academy, these young men, they are huge up front here. They have a very good defense, very talented. And when you stack 6 men on that line of scrimmage, they're bringing 5 to 6 guys there. And these guys have some size to them. This senior-laden offensive line, though, that Indianola Academy possesses has really got their hands and work cut out for them tonight. Starkville has extended the lead over Adams. They're now up 14-0. They give Lester 3 on that last carry. Now Harris takes the handoff around the left side. A flag is down. This one appears to be coming back. Yeah, they it looks like it's in the area of holding there as we were just running off the left side of just a straight-up dive, just trying to pair up with their guys up front and see who's going to be the strongest in the trenches there. We'll be holding against the Colonels. Back them up to their own 42. Tough break there for the Colonels' offense. Just could not keep this thing going there. And, we shot ourselves in the foot our last series on offense. 2nd and 17 from their own 42. Davis looking to pass, throws over the middle, and incomplete. Bolden tried to catch it on a short hop. Couldn't bring it in. 3rd and 17 coming up for the Colonels. Teams have changed and really started covering TK a lot stronger here. But in the past this game especially here, he's been in one-on-one coverage and just is not able to connect with him right now. That is our go-to guy. I'm almost curious, is he putting a little too much pressure on himself because Davis, that was a little low throw there, but TK can make an adjustment there, just was not able to do that.
3rd and 17 from the 42. Davis under center, 5-step drop, pump fake, looking to pass, launches down the right side, has Bolden, and incomplete at the 25. Harrison Hartzog with coverage came in late. Actually, I think I went off of Hartzog's helmet.
Yeah.
Shoulder pads, it appeared. 4th and long coming up. Colonel's going to have to punt it away.
Just a stop-and-go route ran there by TK Bolden, and Hartzog, the defensive back here, the cornerback, did a good job of not letting TK get behind him, stay deeper than the receiver. And, hey, give him credit. The competition has picked up in the past couple of weeks, and it's going to continue to get better as the weeks progress.
Hill back to punt. Off a wobbly kick will hit at the 25 and will be picked up at the 19. That is Thomas on the return and runs out of real estate along the Columbia sideline. They'll mark it around the 35, but a flag is down.
Looked like a block in the back over there, I believe, on the return team.
39-yard punt out of Hill.
He's good at that 39. He's right in there at good average. I'll take that. I'll take it all day long.
We'll go against the Cougars. 10:45 to play in the second quarter. Colonel's on top 14-0. A spot in the state championship on the line here tonight. Colonel's looking to go back to Jackson for the 3rd straight year.
Credit James Hill, number 21, the sophomore, running downfield there that time, breaking down with plenty of room between him and the return man, and he made him make a move there and got the block in the back.
1st and 10 from the Cougar 16. Pace looking to pass, lost it out in the right flat, complete, taken out of bounds by Stephon Smith at the 18-yard line was Drew Havard. 2-yard pickup, 2nd and 8 for the Cougars.
And that's where Pace and company, the offense of Columbia, has had a lot of success tonight. Throwing the ball out in the flats, getting wide open in the coverage out there, making some things work out in the open field. The Colonels, though, really collapse on that real quick crash and get to coverage.
2nd and 8 from the 18. Thomas comes in motion near side. Pace looking to pass, throws it out of the flat to Thomas. Tries to bounce outside and slips down at the 22, only a 4-yard gain. Boy, had a chance to pick up the first down there. Thomas just lost his footing.
Yeah, well, Day Willis here, the defensive back for the Colonels, did a great job of just kind of bull rushing his would-be blocker, the receiver out there. And what he did really was made Ryle Stewart, the guy that caught the ball, go one way or the other, commit to something. And he figured out he was getting a lot of pressure real quick, went to cut and slipped out of his footing.
3rd and 3. There's movement up front. And again, that is the right tackle. Well, they've had issues on the right side of that offensive line all night. That was Jacob Bain, the guilty party. Back them up 5 yards.
Wow, a 10th grader. Man, they have got a bright future at Columbia Academy here. Leaf Academy last week was very 10th grade laden as well. It looks like Columbia Academy has a bright future as well. A lot of good size and a lot of potential coming back in the future.
3rd and 8 for the Cougars. And movement again. Another flag is down. This time it's the left tackle. Wow. Boy, Cougars having a rough time up front here on this drive.
Well, that's a senior there. That's not acceptable there. And I know it's killing him more than it's killing that coach over there or his teammates. You're trying to get focused here. You know that you have to get out of that stance. It's a passing down for sure. Starts leaning back just a little too fast there and fell out of his stance. Tough break again for Columbia Academy. Indianola gladly accepted any way they can get it.
3rd and 13 now for the Cougars. Clock runs with 9:39 to play in the second quarter. Colonel's on top 14-0. Pace will work out of the gun. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. And a stop in play. Cougars want a timeout. They want a chance to regroup. 3rd and long. Colonels with a chance to get off the field here. We'll see if they can do it coming out of the timeout. We'll take a break and be back with Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta.
Brady Smith with Sunflower Lumber and Home Center here to tell you about our company. Since the 1940s, Sunflower Lumber has been in the same location with the same mission we have today. That's customer service and satisfaction to the fullest. Our dedicated, knowledgeable staff is here to work for you, whether adding on to the hunting camp, updating your kitchen or bath, spring cleaning around your property, or replacing your roof. We're your first stop for all your project needs. Stop by today at 204 Highway 82 in Indianola or give us a call at 662-887-1511 and see what shopping local can do for you. That's Sunflower Lumber and Home Center. And go Colonels.
Van Cleve Insurance is the trusted choice independent agency that has been serving Indianola and Sunflower County for over 80 years. To stay around that long, we've had to care about a lot of people. If you're not already insured with us, we'd like for you to be a part of our winning team. Stop by or call so we can review your current home, auto, or commercial insurance plan. Chances are we can save you money, give you broader coverage, or better service. That's Van Cleve Insurance, located Highway 49 in Indianola since 1932.
Welcome back on 3rd and 13. Cougars convert. Thought they had 6. They're going to say the receiver stepped out of bounds at the Columbia 49. Randy Kimball was beat in coverage, and Pace put it on the money. I believe that was Aaron Thomas on the reception along the Columbia sideline. They say he stepped out at the 49, still results in a Cougar first down.
Ooh, just a big play there, and I told you this offense for Columbia Academy is explosive, and they know how to get big yards in chunks.
Give it off straight ahead to Havard, and he works inside the 45 to the 44, 5-yard pickup. Starkville Academy just returned a fumble, 99 yards for a touchdown. They lead Adams 21-0. Wow.
Wow. I believe we've awakened a sleeping beast over there at Starkville Academy's only blemish on the season. As Indianola Academy here about week 3, I want to say they even played some public school football games as well and still came out unscathed other than the Indianola Academy loss.
Second and short for the Cougars. They hand it off right side and brought down by Josh Hill. They mark it at the 44. No gain on the play. Will bring up 3rd and 3.
I believe I'm going to have to give a Bill's Body Shop collision of the game nominee there to Josh Hill. Very good job of getting up in the middle there and filling his gap. He had that A-gap coverage there, filled it up wisely, got in there in the backfield, and made some things happen.
3rd and 3 from the Colonel 44. Pace will work out of the gun. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. Pace looking to pass. Lost it down the field, wide open at the 15, and it's not for a diving effort to make the catch. Wow, the Colonels blew coverage there like I've never seen.
I'm not sure if he had to dive to catch that ball even.
I'm glad he did, though, because there was no chance for anybody to catch him. They'll mark it at the 13, Columbia Academy on the move.
Yeah, Woods Toller and Randy Kimball over there, they're talking amongst one another, trying to get things straight. They definitely hope that does not occur again.
1st and 10 from the 13. Handoff goes to Havard straight ahead. Patiently waits for a hole. Jack Dodd lost his headgear. He'll have to come out. They mark it at the 10. 2nd and 7 coming up.
Well, you can tell Columbia Academy getting a little momentum going on this offensive side of the ball, and Indianola Academy has to accept that this is a offensive juggernaut. They're in the semifinal game for a reason. They know how to put some points on the board.
Pace will work out of the gun with Havard in the backfield. They'll hand it off to Havard, works straight ahead. Gets down to the 6 before he's taken off his feet. This time a Cougar loses the headgear.
Like 75 there, Jacob Bain.
Lester in on the tackle. 3rd and 3 coming up from the 6.
It's a huge 3rd down here for the Colonels defense. We got that bend but don't break mentality right here. Got to keep it going. Watch the ball up front here. Watch the hard count, but got to get out of that stance once that ball is snapped.
Pace works out of the gun, brings a man in motion near side, looking to pass, has a screen, set up, complete, touchdown, Columbia. Boy, they worked that to perfection, and the Cougars are on the board with 7:08 to play in the second quarter, 14-6.
Beautifully executed screen right there in the center. Got all the defense running up, chasing the quarterback. Pace there. He just drew them off. He knew that they were going to have those ears pinned back on a 3rd and short situation. And they just drew him up there and got him real close, and it was a wide-open area there where those linebackers were once standing, got in front of the defensive secondary, and just couldn't bring them down in enough time.
Couldn't really tell. I believe that was Aaron Thomas on the reception. Cougars are going to go for two, as they have all year. Snap back to pace. He runs it in, bounces off of one defender, and gets in. 2-point conversion is good, 14-8. Cougars making a game of it here midway through the second quarter. 7:08 to go in the first half. We'll take a 1-minute break and be back with Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta.
The year was 1953. The average wage was $4,000 a year. Gas was 20 cents a gallon, and Dwight D. Eisenhower became president. In that same year, in the land of cotton, the Mississippi Delta, Abrahams was born. Michael and Helen Abraham carry on the proud tradition of offering the finest collection of men and women's clothing for Indianola and all of the Delta. Jeans from Big Star and Silver, mountain khaki shorts and pants, and Polo and Cotton Brothers for men. For the ladies, shoes by OTBT, Barefoot Dream sweaters, and Carly dresses and tunics. And don't forget Patagonia and True Grit in ladies and men. Proud Colonel Boosters, Abrahams, downtown Indianola.
Some call it low smoke ahead-us. Some can't even pronounce it, but everyone agrees that low smoke ahead-us has delicious, authentic Mexican food that makes your mouth water. Satisfied customers from all over the Mississippi Delta dine with Juan and his staff every chance they get, and you will too. Low smoke ahead-us also has a party room that you can reserve for birthday parties, anniversaries, and just a good time. You won't feel crowded, and the atmosphere is that perfect setting for authentic Mexican food. That's Low Smoke Ahead-us Mexican Restaurant, Highway 82 in Indianola.
Welcome back. 9 plays, 84 yards on the drive for Columbia Academy. They pulled to within 6 and now go with a little short squib kick. Randy Kimball will haul it in and go to a knee at the Colonel 42. So they give the Colonels good field position here. Not really understand that thought process there, but the Colonels have it on top 14-8, 7:08 to play in the second quarter.
Not sure if that was necessarily meant. It looks like the kicker lost a little bit of footing and actually looked like he pulled out a pitching wedge there to try to chip that thing up, and instead chili dipped it, which is what I do a lot on when I play golf, and squibbed it up there, and not a pretty shot. Anyway, Indianola Academy will gladly take a good field position to start this drive.
First and 10 at their own 42. Davis under center. He'll turn handoff to Harris, and Harris bounces off a man. I thought he went down with first contact, the line of scrimmage. Instead, works up to the 47, give him 5 on the carry.
Well, Columbia Academy still stacking the box in there tight, doing a good job up front, not giving up the huge chunks of yards here. It's worked on the past couple of series here as the Colonels have had to punt. And Indianola Academy really needs to get this first down and move this chain.
2nd and 5 from their own 47. Davis under center. He'll pitch it right side to Harris. Flag is down. Harris bounces to the outside, has enough for the first down pickup, but we'll have to check the penalty marker. This one likely coming back.
Yeah, that's been our Achilles heel right now. It seems like we get a nice chunk of yardage on the first down, gives us a second and manageable play, and then suddenly we're faced with a penalty, and we shoot ourselves in the foot, pushes it back to a second and long situation, and the Colonels right now on offense have not been able to connect a lot on the receivers here, and it just puts us in an uncomfortable position that we're not used to being in nor accustomed to, and Indianola Academy really has to change some things up here. We cannot get penalties. That's what's killing us.
Illegal procedure is the call on the Colonels. Back them up to the 42, the original line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 from the IA 42. 6:18 to play second quarter. Colonels on top 14-8. Davis will bring Harris in motion near side, gives it to him on the end around, makes a cut at the 45, 50 in Cougar territory, 45, 40 breaks free to the 30 and brought down from behind at the 24. Wow, what a run by Harris.
Just that speed play over there. Indianola Academy had 2 upbacks on the right side there, was trying to get to the outside. Columbia Academy realized that speed play was going to the outside, and Harris was going to get the ball from the upback on the other side there, and they shot upfield to cut him off from getting to the outside. Harris wisely shot upfield and just countered him and got upfield there and got between the tackle and the tight end area. Nice run there by the Colonels' offensive senior.
Give him 35 to the Cougar 23. Ball is on the near hash, 1st and 10 Colonels. Davis will turn handoff to Lester straight ahead. Puts his head down, works to the 23-yard gain. We'll bring up 2nd and 7.
That was a different lineup that I've ever seen us get in. We had the 2 upbacks there, and then the running back in the backfield, the single set. But normally that's Harris and Lester being the upback behind the tight end or tackle over there, and Harris and Lester swap positions there at that time. And Lester just battling in between those tackles there, getting the tough yardage in the trenches.
2nd and 7 from the 20. Clock runs a 5:10 to play. Second quarter. Colonel's on top by 6, 14-8. Davis brings Harris in motion. They give it straight ahead to Lester. Bounces off a couple of defenders and brought down inside the 15, but another flag is down. Coach Nestor visibly frustrated down on the field.
I'm not sure what it is about our second down plays, but we cannot seem to get it together. We have gotten a penalty on every second down these past 3 or 4 series here, and that just kills us. It just takes the momentum, the energy out of the offense here, out of the drive, the series. I don't know. They're talking an awful lot here. That could be, I don't know, either a personal foul or it could be something on the defense. You can't ever tell.
We'll get the call from the official.
It's in the area between the tackles, so it's so bunched up in there you really can't see a lot.
Will be another chop block against the Colonels. Wow. 2 fouls, and then another personal foul against the Colonels. So a chop block and a personal foul after the play. Well, the Colonels are going to have a mile to go here. They're going to walk this back and put it, it's like around midfield. They will put it at the 50. 30 yards worth of penalties there.
You can tell these fans are not happy about this at all, as the Colonels have not been penalized this much all year long.
2nd and 37 from midfield. Colonel's got to get to the 13 to pick up a first down. Davis will go under center, brings Harris in motion, near side, got a reverse, pitches to Bolden. Going left side, picks up a block to the 40, 35, 30. Stays in bounds to the 20, to the 15, and taken out of bounds there. He'll be about a yard or 2 shy of the first down, but what a run by T.K. Bolden. First time we've seen a reverse out of the Colonels in years.
I was about to say, Watson, we've got a Bills Body Shop True Collision of the Game nominee there, number 58, Tyler Horner, on the crackback block there. Does a great job. There was one guy for Columbia Academy that could have made that stop. Tyler Horner, boom, took him out there. Great block, great seal block there. Great job by the Colonels offense, shaking some things up, catching the Cougars off guard.
35-yard run for Bolden, 3rd and 2 from the 15. Davis under center. He'll pitch it right side to Harris, and he is stacked up. He's going to lose a couple. They'll mark it back at the 17, a 2-yard loss for Harris. Well, the Cougars did a great job getting penetration. Harris kind of lost his footing. Bring up 4th and 4.
Yep, it was a toss sweep there to the right side of the ball. Cougars had it smelled out, and they wisely shot upfield there and did not let Sebastian Harris get to the outside. Did a good job of putting the Colonels in a 4th down and tough situation here.
Colonel's going to go for it. 4th and 4. There's confusion, it appears, in the backfield. 4th and 4 from the 17. Davis under center. Play action to Lester. Throws downfield. Incomplete. Was trying to hit Stephon Smith. The tight end seam straight down the field. Boy, that one didn't look good from jump. The Colonels are having a hard time getting set. It'll be a turnover on downs, and the Cougars with plenty of time to strike and perhaps take a lead here.
Yeah, tough break there for the Colonels offense there. On that play, it looked like on the dive the fake dive that Lester almost hit Will Davis from the backside. It was very close there. Got a little too tight in there. Didn't allow Davis to have any throwing area and threw the ball a little low there, and Stephon had to go down to try to catch that ball.
That was about a 34-yard field goal attempt. Had the Colonels gone that route, barrier was good from 40 in pregame as the Cougars completed on 1st and 10. That is Thomas on the reception. Works up to the 24, 7-yard gain. We'll bring up 2nd and 3 for the Cougars.
I was kind of wondering why we didn't go for the field goal there. You know, you can't go back and change it now. Hindsight's 20/20, but Coach Nestor has relied on the kicking game this year for barrier.
2nd and 3, Pace looking to pass. Time in the pocket, lost it right side, incomplete. Threw it up high where only Harper could go get it. but that one was even out of Harper's reach.
Yeah.
Third and short coming up.
Good front pressure there by the Colonel's defensive front guys there. Really got in Pace's face there and made him throw that ball a little high there as the Colonels got them big paws up and got it in his eyes there in the throwing lane.
3rd and 3. Colonels jump off sides and give the Cougars a break. Going to pick up the first down there. And that was the defensive end on the near side. Looked like Tyler Horner.
Yeah, it was. He got in that neutral area there. I didn't think that he jumped that far, but I didn't have the good angle on it there that time. And I tell you, Columbia looks very comfortable, especially with this roving pocket that they have. They run out of the shotgun formation all the time. Stay back there, give them ample room so that it's going to be hard to sack Pace. We're really going to have to get a good blitz on them.
1st and 10 from the 29. Pace looking to pass. Has time, throws downfield, has Thomas open and caught in Colonel territory at the 49. He had to go down to the ground to bring it in, but that's another Cougar first down. They've found something with this Colonel secondary, and right now Pace is able to put it where he wants it.
I'd love to give out a Van Cleve Insurance Proper Coverage nominee, but right now there is nobody deserving of this. Columbia Academy's quarterback Pace is finding all his receivers. Almost looks like he's throwing it up in desperation, and these receivers, though, are just suddenly becoming wide open and running up under the ball. Get to it.
1st and 10 from the Colonel 49. Pace looking to pass again. Swings it right side. Caught by Thomas out in the flat. And going to be taken down out of bounds by Stephon Smith. They'll mark it near the 45, maybe the 44. 2:53 to play in the second quarter. Colonel's on top 14-8. But the Cougars are driving and do have 2 timeouts to work with.
I can say this offense is high octane, and they're very exciting to watch. They spread the field out there, and they get out into the open area and make some things happen. The Colonels are really now kind of backing up on their heels, kind of guessing what's going on here and trying to figure things out. It's a work in progress, folks. The fans don't get upset here. Don't get a little too intimidated or scared here. These Colonels, they're battle-tested.
2nd and 5 from the 44.
I don't think they're going to get set up in time.
No, play clock's down to 3. Pace will take the snap, hands off to Havert. Looks for running room left side, brought down in the backfield. Josh Hill, I beg your pardon, that's 11. William Barrier coming up to make the stop. He'll lose 1 to the 45.
I've got to give a Van Cleve Insurance Proper Coverage of the Game nominee right there, though, to Barrier. Normally it's in a passing situation, but he did an excellent job because the Columbia Academy left side had collapsed totally the defense up front there for Indianola Academy. William Barrier figuring out that he is the last saving grace for the Colonels on defense, or it was going to be a long run there. Did an excellent job. Nice open field tackle.
3rd and 6 from the 45. Pace works out of the gun. Thomas goes in motion far side. Pace swings it right side to Thomas. Has a couple of blockers, but can't get by Randy Kimball. Boy, Kimball's been burned a couple of times tonight. The junior comes up to make a big play there. Brings Thomas down back for a loss all the way back at the 49. 4-yard loss. 4th and 10 for the Cougars.
And I'm going to give Kimball there as well a Van Cleve Insurance Proper Coverage of the Game nominee as well there. Did a great job. He was the last saving grace, again, the last would-be tackler for the Colonels. That was huge there. Columbia had a lot of momentum going on that series on offense. 2 huge stops there back-to-back for the Colonels' defense. Bend but don't break, baby.
Barrier and Kimball bailing out the Colonels there as the Cougars will have to punt with 1:23 to play in the first half. Colonels on top 14-8. A wobbly kick. Barrier going to haul it in traffic and returns it straight ahead. Gets up near the 35 before he's taken off his feet. Wow, that takes some guts right there. There were Cougars in the area. Barrier picked that thing up on the bounce, but I'm going to return it. There is a flag down. Officials talking things over.
Looked like a block in the back there, I believe. I saw on the return team.
Wow. I initially didn't see the flag. I saw the
marker,
the official threw out, but did not see the flag, and this will go against the Colonels. Boy, at this point, things haven't been going the way that the Colonels were hoping. Yes, you've got a lead, but if you're Tommy Nestor, 1:13 on the clock, you do have 2 timeouts, but now you're going to be backed up, and you're going to start this drive at your own 13. I
believe he called.
What do you call here?
I believe he called face mask. The official did.
Yeah.
I believe that's what it. What do I call here? I put it in number 10, the workhorse's hand for the Colonels. Sebastian Harris, the senior. I'd rock him till the wheels fall off.
1st and 10, Colonels from their own 13. Davis under center. He will turn. Handoff to Harris. Bounces outside at the 15. Gets a block at the 20. Up to the 25 and taken down at the 30. A 17-yard run for Harris. A Greenville Motorsports first down. Clock will stop while they move the chains. 1:05 to go in the first half.
Right here is where you really want to grind on these guys here, wear them down. You know that they're going to get the break here at halftime, but you want to use all this time. Snap the ball.
1st and 10. Davis will turn, handoff to Harris once again, and tripped up. Taken down at the 35, a 5-yard gain. Colonels will call a timeout and will stop the clock with 56 seconds. That leaves them with one timeout in the first half.
I don't know if you saw that, Watson, there, but Columbia Academy, none of the defenders were ready. They were all sitting there back there talking to one another. Indianola Academy fastly ran up to the line of scrimmage there, and I was sitting there, everybody that you could hear in the other booth over Columbia's guys were like, get to the ball. We were yelling, snap the ball. And sorry to interrupt you there on your talk.
Quite all right. It'll be 2nd and 5, Colonels from their own 35. A 6-point lead, 14-8 over Columbia with 56 seconds to play in the second quarter. Colonels will get the ball to start the second half. Points here would be huge. Whether you get 3, 6, 7, or 8, anything you can get here. Kind of get you the momentum back, because after going up 14-0, it's kind of been Columbia's game here for about the last 7 or 8 minutes of play.
Yeah, it has, and their offense has really just taken over Indianola Academy as well as their defense. Columbia didn't play too shabby, but offense, Columbia, Colonel's offense really shot themselves in the foot a lot.
And out of the timeout, handoff goes to Harris. He's got the first down and more, follows his blockers into Cougar territory. They'll mark him at the 47. 18-yard run for Harris, another Greenville Motorsports first down.
Columbia Academy expecting the pass because we got a lot of yardage with little time. Indianola Academy kept some sleeping there and runs for much managed yards.
Colonels quickly to the line. Handoff goes to Harris. Runs it right side to the 40. Taken down at the 36. Boy, a big lick there applied to Harris. 40 seconds left, and I believe the Colonels have stopped the clock. No, it was a first down pickup. I beg your pardon. They stopped the clock to move the chains to the 36. 11-yard run for Harris.
Indianola's trying to get Columbia to stack that box again so they can get one-on-one coverage out here.
Davis looking to pass. Lost it deep down the right side, trying to find Bolden. Bolden tried to the official right there by him. Didn't throw the flag, but the official far away threw it.
The back judge there.
Wasn't a whole lot of contact, but give Bolden credit for selling that.
He sold it. You're exactly right. I can agree. It was right there, and it was a very debatable and questionable call. But, you know, Indianola Academy's had so many go against them tonight. Why not put one back on their sides here? That's a big break needed by Indianola Academy's offense. They've kind of been sputtering and shooting themselves in the foot here the past couple of series, and hopefully we'll be able to capitalize. We at least know right now we're in field goal range, Watson. So, I mean, you know, we do know, if anything, we do have a chance for 3.
They'll move it up to the 21. Handoff goes to Harris on 1st and 10. He is upended at the 15. Will fall forward to the 14. Another flag is down. We'll have to check the penalty marker. Clock is stopped with 26 seconds to play in the half. Colonels trying to extend a 6-point lead.
I don't think Davis let Indianola Academy's offense get all fully set. I believe they're going to call that a false start.
And so this will back the Colonels up to the 26. It's halftime in Starkville. The Volunteers on top of Adams, 21-0. Here, 1st and 15, Colonels from the Cougar 26, 31 seconds to play in the first half. Colonels on top 14-8. Davis with a quick pass right side complete to Bolden. Gets a block from Kimball. Goes down the sideline and will be taken out at the 16. It's like 16, 15 we'll call it. 11-yard gain.
Good jump up there where Davis just popped up. Not even a 3-step drop. Boom, throws a bullet out there to his up-back receiver. And credit Kimball doing a good job blocking up front there. So TK was able to vault that
2nd and 4. Handoff goes to Harris. Breaks free to the 10, to the 5. He's in the end zone. Touchdown, Colonels. And now, momentum back on the home sideline. A 15-yard run for Harris, his 3rd score of the night.
Watson, I got to give another snot pop Bill's Body Shop collision of the game nominee right there to number 28, the lead back, Wesley Lester, doing a good job of picking up the only linebacker that could have made the tackle there that time. I'm talking about a booming hit. Open that line of scrimmage up there, open the gap there, and Sebastian Harris wisely found it and got into that end zone.
7 plays, 87 yards on the drive. The extra point up and good, but wouldn't you know, another flag is down.
This is a record, I guarantee you. These officials came. They got to get their money's worth as well. They're working as hard.
This will go against the Colonels. They'll have to kick it again, a false start. So the score remains 20-8 with 17 seconds to play in the second quarter. Barrier backed up 5 yards. They'll try the extra point again. Good snap, good hold, and a good kick. 21-8.
I think that went to Holly Ridge, man.
Yeah, got pretty close. 21-8. Colonels on top. 13 with 17 seconds left to play in the first half. We'll keep it here.
Barrier just came out of his shoes. We might want to give that a Bill's Body Shop collision of the game nominee. His foot with that ball there. Wow, that thing sailed out. I think he showed Coach Nestor there that time with that kick. Hey, Coach, you should have relied on me to get that 3 points. That would have been just a chip shot the last time. Hey, you got to give Nestor credit, man. He's fired up. He knows the intensity of this game. He knows that every point counts, especially with Columbia Academy going to be going for 2 all the time, so every point's going to be exciting here. Hey, and Columbia Academy has a nice return unit here. We've got to watch the return here, got to play disciplined, run our lanes. This is normally when crazy things occur on reverses and stuff like that, so let's hope that the Colonel's special teams unit has been disciplined and coached well this week and has paid attention. So Barrier will kick. Stewart and Thomas back to return. 17 seconds to play in the half. Colonels on top 21-8. Columbia does have 2 timeouts to work with. They did get their pass game going on the last couple of drives. Barrier will put this one on the ground. It will bounce up, be taken to the 28, and returned up to the 37. That is Harrison Hartzog on the return. And if I'm not mistaken, that was Barrier to make the tackle. It was. I'm telling you. We're very reminiscent there. We had a kicker on our team when we were in high school, Brad Cummins. He would be one of the first ones to get downfield as well. He was the kicker, and he was also the wedge buster. He would get downfield and love to make that contact and wanted to get up there first. William Barrier, a lot smaller than Brad Cummins was there, and just going downfield and being just, that's that heart, determination, that senior leadership coming out there.
13 seconds on the clock, 1st and 10 Cougars from their own 37. They hand it off to Havertz, straight ahead, works up to the 45 before he's taken down by Jack Dodd. Columbia going to burn a timeout. That'll stop the clock with 6 seconds left.
Well, Indianola kind of playing a prevent defense here. That's going to let them get some yardage in chunks there. Kind of what Columbia was playing on their defense here in the other, the last series when they were on defense. The Colonels were on offense, and just not letting anybody get behind them. That's what you got to watch, and you got to do that on defense.
So they put 2 seconds back on the clock, 8 seconds left in the first half. Columbia does have 1 timeout remaining, looking at 2nd and 2 from their own 45. Colonels on top, 21-8. Here in this semifinal matchup, winner looking like they're going to get Starkville Academy as the Volunteers have had their way with Adams County Christian up 21-0 to start the second half over in Starkville.
A 99-yard fumble recovery. Yeah. How crazy is that? You're on the 1-yard line about to knock in and finally put the first points on the game on the board for you, and then you fumble it. Wow.
Coming out of the timeout, Pace looking to pass. Where's the block in the back there? Houston Dana was just shoved to the ground from behind. Pace in trouble. Jack Dodd was giving chase. Throws it downfield, incomplete. That'll stop the clock with 2 seconds.
I have noticed that Pace sometimes, whenever he drops back to throw, it does look like he's almost reminiscent of pushing a shot put. He just kind of throws that things out there and heaves it, trying to find receivers. You got to give him credit, though, there. He's just not going down, not wanting to give up, just wanting to do anything that he can to get the ball in his athletes, his receivers' hands there. And these guys are still exciting. And there's 2 seconds left on the clock. They're looking to put it in that end zone.
About a 180-pound advantage for Alex Sibley there on that block on Houston Dana. I'm just glad he got up out of the ground. Pass complete to Thomas down to the Colonel 40. He's taken off his feet, and the first half will come to a close. Colonels on top of Columbia, 21-8. Here at Legion Field, and Colonel's got to shore some things up in the secondary, keep the ground game going with Harris, and hopefully we'll be okay in the second half.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I know Coach Nestor and company, he's going to be working on his defensive backfield there and take those adjustments because they're going to be called upon a lot. I'm glad, though, last week against Leake Academy, our starting unit on both defense and offense had to go the entire game. We were able to see finally for the first time if we could do that, and we were able to answer that call there. Great job by the Colonels last week to get them into the semifinal matchup. So look for these Colonels starting team to stay out there and Columbia Academy, give them a run for their money here in the second half.
Colonels on top of the Cougars, 21-8. The Larry Vance Quick Mart halftime show. We'll take a break and be back. We'll have first half numbers for you along with the double quick trivia questions, so make sure you stay with us. You're listening to Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta.
I'm Greg Beals from Beals Body Shop in Rubel, Mississippi, and I want to fix your car. We've been in business for 40 years in the same location. We're a family-owned business and currently have 3 generations still working under the same roof. If you're ever in an accident, we can tow your vehicle, help you with your insurance claim, get you in a rental car, repair your vehicle, and deliver it back to you in usually under a week. We're located at 501 South Oak Street, Highway 49, Louisville, Mississippi. Give us a call today, 662-756-2745. You won't be disappointed.
Pecans are only the beginning of what you'll find at Indianola Pecan House. Stop in for gift items from your favorite universities, great silver and gold jewelry from designers like Ronaldo, gourmet food items, cupcakes, caramel and pound cake, pecan pies, all made fresh daily. And they also create custom gift baskets for any occasion. Come in and sample their most recent flavors of pecans, crunchy praline popcorn, and crunchy praline. Serving pecans around the world for over 30 years from 1013 Highway 82 East. Indianola Pecan House, home of the original praline pecan.
Stuck in a state of falling behind, struggling to keep up with your kids, your finances, your insurance, your life? Then let State Farm agent Andy Daniels in Indianola help you simplify and get to a better state, because with Andy Daniels handling your auto, home, and life insurance, you'll have more time to handle everything else. More money, too, because adding State Farm policies can earn discounts that can add up to 40% and actually help you get ahead. Call State Farm agent Andy Daniels in Indianola today and get to a better state with State Farm. Born and raised in the Delta, we get it. We understand your connection to this land because ours is just as strong. It's not only been our home for 7 generations, but the home of those we care about. We value the natural resources of the Delta and the joy they bring to us. Our goal every day is to nurture and protect those as we continue to provide the best services possible to our customers. We are Gresham Petroleum Company, Indianola, Mississippi. Call 887-2160.
Welcome back to the Larry Vance Quick Mart halftime show here at Legion Field. The IA Colonels on top of the Columbia Academy Cougars, 21-8. Come by and see Larry Vance at Larry Vance Quick Mart, located Highway 82, Indianola, next to South Sunflower County Hospital. Larry can get you hooked up for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and now offering holiday catering with some big juicy hams and turkeys. Go by and let Larry help you out. You're expecting all those holiday guests. Larry Vance Quick Mart, located Highway 82, Indianola.
I was hunting the other day and had a few turkeys run through my area of the woods. I'm curious if Larry needs some help filling his turkey plethora quota this year.
Look at some first half numbers offensively for the Colonels: 351 yards, 324 coming by way of the ground, only 27 through the air. Will Davis, 2 of 8 in the first half for 27 yards. T.K. Bolden with 1 reception for 11 yards. Randy Kimball, 1 grab for 16. On the ground, Sebastian Harris, 15 carries, 256 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Again, all in the first half. Wesley Lester, 4 carries for 21 yards. Will Davis, 2 carries for 12 yards. And T.K. Bolden on a reverse, 1 carry for 35 yards. We flip over to the defensive side, 4 total tackles for Stephon Smith to go along with a pass breakup, 4 total tackles for Randy Kimball, 4 total tackles for Jack Dodd, 3 total tackles for Wesley Lester. Let's see, 2 for William Barrier, 2 total tackles for Josh Hill, also 2 for Eli Lipsy. Cougars haven't been able to do much on the ground. They've done most of their damage through the air, and specifically on their last couple of series, they've found some holes in the Colonel secondary. I feel like Coach Putnam, Coach Bridge is going to get those kinks worked out at the break.
Yeah, you're exactly right there, and you know, I'd hope they do, or it's going to be a long second half here for Indianola Academy Colonels. You know, we had several times where they were just wide open. I think that was Aaron Thomas, their senior receiver. He has been their go-to guy. He has really been called upon a lot here heavily for the Cougars offense, and does a great job of finding an opening, and Indianola Academy is going to have to, we always run a zone defense coverage where you have particular areas of the field. You don't have a man in particular back there. Indianola Academy might have to do a man and one, you know, kind of in basketball where you do a box and one, and you have one guy that kind of guards this one the rest of the night. I believe we need to put a body on Thomas there. Something. We're going to have to change out something here, or bring in several different blitzes, because we're not able to put much pressure on Pace. We have noticed whenever we are able to, you know, flush him out of the box there, that he is not very comfortable in the pocket or getting out of the pocket. And Indianola Academy has no sacks here tonight, so we're going to have to do a little bit different here in the second half, and I'm sure Coach Nestor and company are ready to dial it up yet again.
21-8 is your halftime score. Colonel's on top of Columbia. Also, over in Starkville, 21-0. The Volunteers on top of Adams County as they get underway in the second half. Winners of those 2 games will meet up in the state championship next Saturday at Jackson Academy. It'll be a 2:30 p.m. kickoff. If the Colonels make it, we will have it for you. Right now, we're unsure if it will be on Super Talk for the Delta 96.9 or on our sister station, Max 99. We're going to have to wait until the SEC schedule for next weekend is completed. We do know that Ole Miss and Mississippi State have been put on that 6-day selection window. One will play at 11 that morning. The other will play at 6 that night. So my guess is whichever one plays at 6 o'clock will be on the station that they're normally on. If it's Ole Miss, we'll be 99.1. If it's Mississippi State, we'll be here on Super Talk for the Delta. We'll remind you that the MAIS has video streaming rights next week, so you will be able to watch the state championship game, msais.org. They will have the video stream, but if you want the Colonel broadcast, if the Colonels get there, hopefully they will, Brady and I will be there. We'll have it for you.
So if you want to go old school and listen to 96.9 and hear our opinions and views, what we see next week, you'll be able to check that out as well. That is pretty cool. I'm glad that the Colonel Nation supports us there as well. I know Mississippi State plays Arkansas on the road next week. Who does Ole Miss have?
They've got A&M at home.
A&M at home. Wow. So that's I'm going to go out and say Arkansas State at 11 and Ole Miss and A&M at the 6 o'clock game. That's my call.
Could possibly be. Of course, everything depends on what happens tomorrow. Ole Miss has Louisiana early in the morning, 11 o'clock. There may be a big game going on in Starkville. I hadn't heard anything about it.
Yeah, it kind of like tonight whenever I pull it up. It's one of those games I hadn't heard a lot about. You're exactly right, Watson, and kind of crazy over there in Bulldog country there, God's country, as they like to call it, Stark Vegas. There's a little stir in the air, and the Bulldogs think that they've got the recipe that it takes for to tackle those the Crimson Tide, as the wave's going to be really blowing in there. Not about an hour trip from Tuscaloosa to Starkville, so you know they're going to come heavy. Even if they don't get into the game, they're going to be tailgating loud. It's going to be a lot of crimson and maroon over there tomorrow, as Mississippi State has Maroon Day, and should be an interesting matchup.
Absolutely. Here at Legion Field at the half, the Colonels leading Columbia 21-8. Time for the double quick trivia question. Back to our normal number this week. If you know the answer, you can call 662-207-8335. Again, that number to call is 662-207-8335. We mentioned earlier the Colonels are in the MAIS semifinals for the 5th consecutive year, going back to 2013. We want to know, excluding tonight, who were the last 4 semifinal opponents for Indianola Academy. Don't have to name them in order by year. Just who were the last 4 semifinal opponents for Indianola Academy? If you know the answer, call 662-207-8335. We will step aside, take a break, and try to get a winner, and we'll be back with Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta.
Van Cleve Insurance has always been a proud supporter of the Indianola Academy Colonels. We would like to wish all local teams the best of luck and hope for lots of wins, great sportsmanship, and an injury-free season for all athletes. Here's to another AAA state championship run. That's Van Cleve Insurance, your trusted choice independent agent located on Highway 49 and serving Indianola and Sunflower County since 1932. Go Colonels!
Hi folks, Brady Smith with Sunflower Lumber and Home Center here to tell you about our company. Since the 1940s, Sunflower Lumber has been in the same location with the same mission we have today. That's customer service and satisfaction to the fullest. Our dedicated, knowledgeable staff is here to work for you. Whether adding on to the hunting camp, updating your kitchen or bath, spring cleaning around your property, or replacing your roof, we're your first stop for all your project needs. Stop by today at 204 Highway 82 in Indianola or give us a call at 662-887-1511 and see what shopping local can do for you. That's Sunflower Lumber and Home Center, and go Colonels.
With over 100 years in experience, there's nobody in the Mississippi Delta who knows tractors and John Deere better than Wade. We have the inventory, knowledge, and experience to help you purchase and repair the equipment you need to manage your land, no matter how many acres you're working. From combines and compact tractors to lawnmowers and landscape equipment, Wade is your local John Deere resource. To learn more, visit WadeInc.com. Wade, delivering service, solutions, and success since 1909.
Get ready for the woods at Outlaw Sporting Goods in Greenwood. Find stands, attractants, feed, ammunition, rifles, and shotguns. Outlaw is a certified Benelli dealer. Find boots and clothing from Southern Marsh, Cool, and Drake. We have a wall of handguns, archery range, bows by Hoyt, Elite, and Bowtech, crossbows, youth bows, Rage, broadheads, Yeti coolers in every size and color. Duck hunters, we have decoys, shells, and waders. If you need it, Outlaw Sporting Goods has it. When you leave Outlaw Sporting Goods, you just feel better. Outlaw Sporting Goods, Greenwood.
Uh-oh, Olivia. I scratched the hardwood floor with my truck. Oh, no, Cooper, what are we gonna do? Call my pal at Robertson Floor Service.
That's right, Cooper and Olivia. Your pap at Robertson Floor Service has been serving the Delta's flooring needs since 1992. Call us for an appointment today at 662-887-4477. Tell them, Olivia.
Come to Pep Store. We can. We do. Your hardwood floor. And get a free coat.
Proud supporters of Colonel Football, the Tackett family, owners of Heartland Catfish Company, farm 7,200 surface water acres of catfish and 15,000 acres of grain land. That makes us the largest single grower of farm-raised catfish in the U.S. Heartland is committed to supplying our customers with the highest quality farm-raised catfish products. Be sure and eat catfish raised in the Mississippi Delta by looking for the Heartland seal, smooth, clean fillet cuts that meet the highest standards, just like Indianola Academy and Colonel Football. Heartland Catfish, a proud sponsor of Colonel Football.
Welcome back to the Larry Vance Quick Mart Halftime Show here on Super Talk for the Delta. At the break, the IA Colonels on top of Columbia Academy 21-8. We do have a winner on our double quick trivia question. We wanted to know the last 4 semifinal opponents for Indianola Academy. Coach Nestor has his group in the semifinals for the 5th consecutive year. We wanted to know who the last 4 opponents, and our winner tonight was Jeremy Whitfield. Kind of a trick question, only 3 different opponents, but you had Heritage last year, Simpson in 2015, Adams County Christian in 2014, and again Simpson back in 2013.
I had a close second here. NWO, D-Generation X, 4 Horsemen, and the Hart Foundation.
Wow, that's a tough gauntlet to run right there.
Well, we do have a second here. I got HA up, Humphreys Academy hosting Prentice Christian at home tonight. 8-man, a little bit of football there. The winner of that goes on to the championship game. They're up at halftime, 36-28. Also, Pilla Academy here from Greenwood playing host to Simpson Academy, I believe, and they're down 15-0 to Simpson at halftime there. That's the only update that I have right now. But still some good games around the surrounding area here. I believe Washington School advanced to this week. Maybe was playing
Lamar.
At Lamar. That's a tough one there. And that's a long drive down to Meridian, Mississippi. Nonetheless, we hope that they have a first safe travels and then second can come out of there with a victory as well.
A team that we've followed up for the last couple of years, the St. Joe Fighting Irish. They're on the road down in Centerville tonight, the Double-A semifinals, and they are knotted up at 14 at the half. A lot of people thought St. Joe would just go down there and run right through. I tell you what, the drive to Centerville can wear anybody out. I don't care if you're on a charter bus or not. That's somewhere you think you're never going to get to. But,
and then sometimes you can't wait to get out of there, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, tough place to play. And let's hope our boys from Greenville over there in the green, the Fighting Irish, can live to play another day and come out of Louisiana with it. Or is that Mississippi, actually?
Yeah, they're in Mississippi. I think you could probably hit a golf ball across the state line.
Nonetheless, let's hope they win here and are able to advance to the state championship.
Yeah, absolutely. Quick side note here. Miss Beth Jenkins, if you're listening, the crackers you sent up here to the press box, outstanding. I'd like to know where they've been all year.
You're exactly right. We'd love that. Any treats and goodies are always welcome up here. Goes good with my diet that I'm not starting on yet. It's hunting season now, right around the corner. You got to add a little wool and fur on here. You know, a little padding, I guess. You got to
be able to stay warm.
One other thing, Watson, I did want to mention as well, it's Veterans Day tomorrow in Indianola Academy. When we ran out of the tunnel, we carried the Colonel flag. We also carried the American flag there in support of our troops and veterans there. And definitely if you see somebody out there that you know has served in the military or armed forces, tell them thank you for what you've done here. I mean, because we really, you know, this freedom isn't given to you. It's earned, and whether we want to think it or not, and these guys go out and fight for our freedom every day.
Absolutely right. Glad you mentioned that. We're just about a couple of minutes away from the start of the second half. Colonel's on top of Columbia, 21-8. Colonels should get the ball to start the third quarter, barring any trickeration out of the Cougars. Columbia Academy won the opening toss. They took the ball to start the game. We expect to see the Colonels get it back again on top, 21-8, looking to advance to the state championship for the third straight year, and hopefully would be going for their second straight state championship. That's a long way away. We've got another half of football to play, and Columbia Academy still very much in this game.
Yeah, I'd love to hear Bill offered for the third straight year fire off that we're going to Jackson. I like that when he plays that Johnny Cash song there. Always gets the crowd kind of fired up, but you're exactly right, Watson. Columbia Academy, this team came to play. Don't count them out until the big lady has sang here. Like you said, last year we were up 35-0 on them, and we had a running clock there. I don't see that this year. The difference between last year's team and this year's team, obviously we got a little bit more experience, those players that are still here. The depth from Indianola Academy Colonels, though, we don't have as much depth as we did this last year, so we're really going to rely on this team to bring this thing through in the second half. Columbia Academy, those young men, they kept the size and the speed and the offensive prowess, and those guys, they came to play again.
Colonels back out on the field. Columbia on the field as well as we wrap up the Larry Vance Quick Mart halftime show. Go by and see Larry Vance at Vance's Quick Mart next to South Sunflower County Hospital on Highway 82 in Indianola. Let Larry help you out with your holiday cooking. Go by and order a ham or turkey. Also, you stop by any day of the week, pick up some of the best breakfast, lunch, or dinner in town. Also, cold drinks and snacks available at the Larry Vance Quick Mart, located next to South Sunflower County Hospital in Indianola.
And I just got a text from my wife that said that our stove magically just broke, so I'll probably be calling Larry here in the next couple of weeks and getting those holiday goodies there from him because he does a great job of cooking there. We appreciate the support that he gives us.
Yes, we do. Thomas Putnam and Sebastian Harris will go back deep to return the kick. Cougars will tee it up at the 40. It will be Ralph Stewart handling the kicking duties. Or is that Thomas? Can't tell. Aaron Thomas, I beg your pardon. Cougars will kick right to left. Colonels will work left to right as we start the third quarter. Colonels on top, 21-8. Looking to hold on for another trip to Jackson.
We have a car here on the west end zone. They got to cut their lights off over here. That's what the officials and the buster, the public address out there, that went off there that time. So good.
I believe we're going to re-kick. Actually, the flag is down. We're going to have offsides against Columbia. Not the way the Cougars wanted to start the third quarter. We'll take it. That'll back them up 5 to the 35, and Thomas will tee it up once again.
Well, while we got a quick scoring update, I know that you and I aren't excited about it, but basketball season is upon us. Mississippi State men handily defeated Alabama State tonight in basketball, and now the women are taking on the University of Virginia here, going to try to make that Final Four championship game run again. Exciting time for Mississippi State over in Starkville for women's basketball.
Yeah, not often you see the women follow the men on the court.
Yeah, true.
Thomas with a low line drive kick, going to hit at the 30 and will be picked up by Putnam, or actually that's Harris at the 28. Returns it up the left side and going to be taken out of bounds across the 45. They'll mark it at the 46, and that's where the Colonels will have it, 1st and 10 from their own 46 on top of Columbia, 21-8, just underway in the third quarter.
2 plays down in the second half and 1 flag already.
As has been the trend all night. Ball will be on the far hash for the Colonels, who work left to right here in the third quarter. Kimball and Bolden will come wide to the near side. Lester and Harris in the backfield. Davis under center. They'll turn, hand off to Harris. Breaks loose right side in Cougar territory to the 45, 40, dragging a defender, and finally taken down at the 38. What a run by Harris. 16 yards for a Greenville Motorsports first down.
Schieffer Phillips, the backside pulling guard. You got to give him credit with starting that play off there. Nice kick-out block, and that is textbook there where Sebastian Harris Reeds gets right off his rear end and fires up through that opening that he made there. Did a great job. The senior offensive lineman really sold it and got it started there, got things started in this second half for the Colonels' offense.
1st and 10 from the Cougar 38. Ball is on the near hash, offset eye in the backfield. Davis will turn, pitch to the short side to Harris, makes a cut at the 35 to the 30, 25, bounces outside 20 to the 15, 10, 5, dives for the pylon. Is he in? Yes, he is. Wow. What a run.
Watson, that offensive line gets a Bill's Body Shop Collision of the Game nominee there. Those guys fired out of their stances. The up back, Wesley Lester, blew through the line of scrimmage there untouched, found the first linebacker, took his feet out from under him as well. Just a surge on the offense there that time, blocking up front. Great job there by the Colonels, showing them coming out of the locker room there at the second half, showing that, hey, we're ready.
2 plays, 54 yards. Barrier on for the extra point. Kick is up and good. 28-8. Colonels on top by 20 with 11:21 to play in the third quarter. We'll step aside and take a break and be back with Colonel football on Super Talk for the Delta.
Local decisions made by local people. That's what you will get at Community Bank. You've been thinking about switching banks? Now is the time. Community Bank will handle all of your bank switching paperwork for you. We'll assign you your own personal secretary who will handle your former bank account, get you your new checks, fill out your direct deposit forms, and anything else you need. Just remember, we do the switch. You just enjoy Community Bank, a bank like no other. Community Bank, a proud Colonel booster.
Steve's Cleaners, your one-stop dry cleaners. We offer a variety of services from cleaning comforters to prom and wedding dresses. We are proud to have served Indianola for more than 43 years and have now added a location in Cleveland to better serve the Delta. Our friendly and professional staff are ready to serve your needs. We at Steve's Cleaners always cheer for the blue and white of the Indianola Academy Colonels. Go Big Blue! Steve's Cleaners with locations in Indianola and Cleveland.
Welcome back. Sebastian Harris with his 4th touchdown run of the night puts the Colonels up 28-8 with 11:20 to play in the third quarter. Barriers kick taken by Stewart. A nice return up to the 40-yard line. Be decent field position for the Cougars as Ashton Powell gets downfield to make the tackle. Eli Lipsy in there as well.
Well, we didn't have our wedge buster, number 11, William Barrier, running downfield there. So Columbia Academy was able to bring a nice return wedge up the middle there. Got to give them credit. They got behind their blockers and made some things happen. Got them some pretty good field position to start their first series on offense here in the second half, starting out the shotgun again. Imagine that.
Case will work out of the gun. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Has Habbard in the backfield. Quick throw, right side, complete to Thomas. Gets by a man at the 40 and works up to the 48 before he's taken off his feet. 2nd and 2 will be coming up for the Cougars, and Stephon Smith came up to make the tackle.
Woods Toller from his rocket position did a good job of getting out there and having good field coverage and presence. When he broke down, though, he lost his footing and was unable to make the tackle. Would have been a no gain there. Nonetheless, Columbia Academy's receiver, give him credit, worked upfield hard.
2nd and 2 from the 48. Havard will take the handoff straight ahead. He's got the first down in Colonel territory, taken down by Lipsy at the Colonel 43, 9-yard gain for Havard.
Columbia Academy countering on offense here that what Indianola Academy showed on their first series on offense as well, just moving the ball here, working this defense, grinding them down, and it's not as explosive as 2 plays for the Colonels, but nonetheless, still pretty exciting game here. Columbia Academy just got the defense of the Colonels on their heels right now.
1st and 10 from the Colonel 43. Pace looking to pass, flushed out of the pocket. Smith giving chase. Pace going to loft it downfield. Goes through the hands of intended receiver Ryle Stewart around the 25-yard line. Lipsy had the coverage.
And you got to give Ryle Stewart credit. The young man had the chance to make the catch there. Eli Lipsy right in his hip pocket, number 80, the junior. A good coverage back by the defensive back and just could not break up the pass there, and defense for Indianola Academy got Pace rolling out, got him, flushed him out of the pocket there. Stephon Smith almost with the sack there. I need to see Pace's jersey a little bit dirtier, though, here in that second half.
2nd and 10 from the 43. Man comes in motion near side. Pace calls his own number, taken down from behind by Josh Hill. They'll say he got back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. There is a flag down.
Going to be some kind of personal foul, somebody getting up celebrating or fighting in the faces or something. It was some excessive talk going on out there. Josh Hill doing a great job reading his holes there, waiting until the play develops out, shoots through the hole there and makes a very nice stop, which will be negated because that's going to be an automatic first down there on a personal foul penalty.
Wow, it will go against the Colonels.
Penalties have killed the Colonels tonight. I know you nor I got a chance to count the penalties that we had in the first half, but the penalty bug is continuing to follow us here in this second half as we're keeping the trend going. That might be my hashtag that I do at the end of the third quarter is penalties.
So 1st and 10 now from the Colonel 28. Cougars on the move. Pace rolls right, throws back across his body, and it's caught by Hartzog. And taken down immediately out of bounds. Let's see where they mark it. Looks like they're going to put it at the 26. Give him 2. Bring up 2nd and 8.
I want y'all to hear this out in Colonel Nation. Number 77, Alex Sibley, 6'4", 321 pounds, the offensive tackle. They had a screen set up out here. 22, Day Willis going against him. Bounced to the outside and made a beautiful open field tackle there. Day Willis won that battle there that time. He was triple the size of underman on that play.
2nd and 8. Havard takes the handoff straight ahead and runs into the jackhammer.
Yeah.
Or actually, the heel. I think that was heel. 14.
Or 26, maybe John Abbott Smith. I couldn't tell. It was all right there in the center. It was one of those three, though. Those young men, it was getting blocked, and they actually kind of blew themselves into the play there and made a nice tackle there up in the middle that gave them a third down and decent field position situation here for the Colonels defense. Got to watch the ball.
Put it at the 23, 3rd and 5. Pace works out of the gun, swings it out right side, caught by Stewart, dancing around. He's in trouble, and he's going to be corralled. Woods Toller was there, kind of made him stop in his tracks. Toller didn't get the tackle, but give him credit for setting it up. Josh Hill came in, I think, to bring him down, but Toller made that one happen.
I was about to say the exact same thing, partner, there. You're exactly right. What Woods did that time that he didn't do the first time, he kept his feet there and made the receiver start dancing, kind of slowed him up there, gave him time for his defense to get over there and help him make a nice open field tackle there for the Colonels defense.
No gain, 4th and 5. Cougars going to go. A flag is down. And this one will go against the Cougars. The receiver, Hartzog, came out of his stance a little early.
Credit the Colonels' defense right there at that time being very disciplined. I figured that they were trying to draw them off sides, and the Colonels' defense being stingy there and paying attention, kept in their stances, did not fire off there. I thought when I saw the flag, that's what was going to get called. Maybe I didn't see something. But Indianola Academy will take those 5 yards any way they can get them.
Colonel's on top, 28-8. 8:45 to go in the third quarter. 4th and 10. Cougars from the Colonel 28. Pace rolls right, throws downfield, and it's intercepted, but may have been out of bounds. That was Randy Kimball who came up with it, but he was well out of bounds. It'll be a turnover on downs. Colonels will get it back 1st and 10.
Well, that's actually a good thing for the Colonels. Other than padding Randy's stats there, that's going to give actually the Colonels better field position since Kimball did catch that pick out of bounds there. We're very fortunate that Randy didn't get hurt as he was over there in that drainage area, also around the track area there, and fortunate almost blunder miss there.
1st and 10, Colonels from their own 28. Ball is on the far hash. Big Blue on top by 20. 28-8 with 8:40 to play in the third. Davis under center. Quick pass right side caught by Bolden. And is wrestled down at the 31. A 3-yard gain will bring up 2nd and 7.
I'll take it. That's still getting that offense going in the right direction. That's also building up Will Davis's confidence as well as D.K. Bolden. You could see the frustration in his eyes and his body language where you could see that he was very frustrated that, A, he wasn't getting the ball thrown to him. He wasn't getting caught upon it. When he wasn't catching it. And credit him there for building that confidence back up, and we'll get the ball back to him here as the game progresses.
2nd and 7 from the 31. Davis under center. He'll turn handoff to Harris. Stacked up at the line of scrimmage, but able to fight forward up to the 35, maybe the 36, and they'll finally blow it dead. Boy, Harris was taking on 4 white shirts all by his lonesome. Give him 5 at the 36.
But you could see his offensive linemen, even when they were getting shucked away, they were very gritty, going back in there like, I want some more of this, not quitting until the whistle's blown there, getting after it. And that's what you like to see there, those senior-laden offensive linemen, and Logan White as well. I'm telling you, just getting after it. A bunch of scrappy guys there. They were tested last week with Leake Academy. They got really frustrated this week. They're going to take their revenge out on Columbia.
3rd and 2. Handoff goes to Lester around the left side. He's not going to have the first down. Taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 4th down coming up.
Just could not find that opening there. Just went to the left side of the ball, which was the wide side of the field, but the weak side as well. And Lester could not move the chains there for the Colonels. So that's going to be a 4th down and punt situation for the Colonels offense.
Josh Hill will go back and stand at his own 24. Cougars will send back Aaron Thomas. He'll stand at his own 33.
This is where Columbia gets real scary here as we lost the momentum on the offense there.
Low spiral kick will hit at the 40, take a Colonel roll inside the 35 to the 30. And that's where Columbia will have it 1st and 10 from their own 36-33 to play in the third quarter. Colonel's on top, 28-8.
And Academy defense here has to maintain momentum here and pay attention in the defensive secondary. I need to give out about 5 Van Cleve Insurance proper coverage nominees of the game here in this third quarter, as the Colonel's defensive secondary is really going to get tested here on this series. You can see Columbia Academy not getting in a pressure situation where they know that they got to score quick. Still plenty of time left on the clock, but at the same time, you can see the hurriedness that they are starting to possess.
34-yard punt, no return. 1st and 10, Columbia from their own 30. Pace takes the snap out of the gun, flushed out of the pocket. Now going to loft it downfield. Had a man wide open at midfield. That was Riles Stewart. He let it go off his fingertips. Wow, Colonel's caught a break there.
You're exactly right. And again, with the shot put pass, but it was very effective there. What it did is it got his receiver in the opening. And you got to give, again, Pace credit. Stephon Smith chased him out of the huddle, out of the pocket, put a lot of pressure on him. And Stephon's coming off the field kind of limping there, hurting. You could see he twisted something. I love seeing the applying of the pressure, but Pace, again, steps up in the pocket and makes a great play there.
2nd and 10 from the 30. Pace looking to pass again. Has the screen set up. Caught at the 31. It's Thomas on the reception. Dances backwards. Gets out of a tackle. Now has running room right side. Flags are down. Thomas has the first down as he's taken out of bounds. A late flag. Another late flag comes in. So mark Thomas out around the 48-49, but there are 2 penalty markers on the play.
I hope one of them's not a late hit on the Colonels, and one of them's going to be a holding on the offense.
Officials huddled together over near the Columbia sideline. 6:17 to play in the third. Colonel's on top 28-8. Cougars looking to get back in this thing.
Again, Indianola Academy not able to put any pressure on Pace, the quarterback for Columbia Academy here, as his offensive line averages a good 250, 260. Those young men, I'm sorry, I'm not giving them about 20 more pounds here. Actually, they average about good 275, 280.
Yeah.
That is a big, strapping offensive front there. Hard to apply some pressure on that quarterback there, and you can see he appreciates that offensive line, and he really enjoys those guys.
Improper equipment called against the Colonels and a dead ball personal foul, both against IA. So Columbia will pick up the first down, and they will march into Colonel territory, and will have it at the 33. There is life for the Cougars.
That's the second time in the playoffs that the Indianola Academy Colonels have gotten called for improper equipment. William Barrier on a PAT didn't have his mouthpiece in I believe, the Week 1 game, and got called on the PAT, and we had to back it up, re-kick it. Nonetheless, he made it anyway. I heard several of the players were asking, is that really a rule? It is one of those that doesn't get called a lot, but it is a rule.
1st and 10 Cougars from the Colonel 33. Pace works out of the gun, fakes the give to Havard, keeps it for himself, straight ahead. Dancing through Colonel defenders, going to be close to a first down. He's inside the 25 or the 24, maybe the 23. We'll see where they spot it.
Glad to see Stefan able to get back on the field there. Got to get that presence out there. He was rated the most players to watch in the state of Mississippi by MAIS this year, and he's been showing it this game here as he's really working for a Lost Pizza nominee on player of the game on defensive side of the ball.
9-yard gain to the 24, 2nd and 1. Stewart comes in motion. Handoff goes to Havard straight ahead. He's got the first down and more. Taken down by the jackhammer inside the 15 at the 12. A 12-yard gain for Havard. Moves the chains again for the Cougars.
It's so crazy to say it, but these penalties that the Colonels are having to afford on themselves are really giving Columbia Academy a lot of momentum here, and they're taking it any way they can get it back now and just get some excitement on their side of the ball.
1st and 10 Cougars from the Colonel 12. IA on top 28-8. 5:30 to play in the third. Handoff goes to Havard again straight ahead. And going to be spun down near the 7. 5-yard pickup. Will bring up 2nd and 5.
Well, they're having a lot of success right now running the ball between the tackles, which they have not done a lot here in the first and second half. We've normally been able to stack them up between the tackles as well. And what they've done is they've got the Colonels on their heels, the defense there. They're trying to guess what's going on instead of reading the blocks and the plays, and it's allowing Columbia to get big yards.
2nd and 5 from the 7. Handoff goes to Stewart, right side on the end around. Flags are down, taken down by 3 or 4 blue shirts near the 4-yard line. We'll have to check with the officials.
I believe Josh Hill was there first, and then maybe William Barry came in to clean up some scrap duty there. That's probably going to be in the area of holding, but knowing my best guess, it's going to be against Indianola.
As they'll see a block in the back.
All right.
Against the Cougars. Barrier trying to get the crowd on their feet.
That's going to give the defense a little breathing room here, but Columbia Academy definitely knows how to spread this field out here. They are wearing down on this Colonel's defense. We've got to get them off the field with 0 points here.
They'll put it back at the 12, so 2nd and 10. 4:40 to play in the third. Colonel's on top by 20, looking to get a stop here. Cougars have it 2nd and 10 from the Colonel 12. Pace takes the snap, looking to pass, throws over the middle, incomplete. It was Randy Kimball who had the coverage, trying to hit on a short post.
And I'm actually going to give Randy a Van Cleve Insurance proper coverage nominee of the game there, as he did a great job of breaking a very important pass up over the center on that slant route run there by the Simpson Academy receiver. That could have been 6 there had they connected there that time. Kimball wisely getting in there and making a nice pass breakup.
3rd and 10 from the 12. Pace from the gun, empty backfield, in trouble. Steps up, going to have to tuck it and run, and he's going to be dropped at the 9. Jack Dodd coming up to make the tackle. Stephon Smith is who got in the backfield, forced Pace to keep it on the ground. Yep, 3-yard pickup. Bring up fourth and about 6.
Flushed him up the middle there, and Stefan coughed him up, made him go out to the inside there where he had plenty of help there. Indianola Academy able to get to the ball and make a nice tackle before Pace, the speedy quarterback, was able to get out into the open and make some things occur.
Cougars going to go fourth and a long 6. Ball just inside the 9. Pace looking to pass. Colonel's coming, and he's in trouble. Powell had him, let him go. Pace still on his feet. Lost it toward the back corner of the end zone. It is tipped, and it is intercepted. Eli Lipsy for the safety. Wow. I beg your pardon, for the touchback.
Yeah.
That ball was tipped up. Somehow Lipsy stayed with it. Credit Pace for keeping the play alive. How he got out of Ashton Powell's wraps, I don't know.
Yeah.
But Eli Lipsy comes up with the pick in the end zone, his first interception of the season. Colonels will get it 1st and 10 at the 20.
And Pace is just the man. I'm telling you, he is a sophomore, folks, and he's an exciting player to watch. Ashton Powell, the freshman, had him wrapped up here for almost the Colonel's first sack of the night, and I just was not able to bring him down to the ground. Pace throwing across his body there, able to give his receiver a chance to catch that touchdown, but nonetheless, Colonel's defense stepping up big.
On first down, Harris takes the handoff, works straight ahead for 3 to the 23 before he's tripped up and taken off his feet. 2nd and 7 coming up for the Colonels, who lead at 28-8, 3:25 to play in the third quarter.
And folks, I promise you, that did knock a lot of air out from under the sails of the Columbia's offense. But that whole offensive unit's over there taking a breather right now, while they got an entirely different unit on the defensive side of the ball here. This is a rarity in football nowadays that you don't see a lot of players going both ways. Columbia does that. They play all new receivers. Indianola Academy just needs to drag on them and wear on them right now.
2nd and 7 from the 23. Davis will pitch it right side to Harris. Tries to hurdle a defender at the 25 and works up to the 28. 5-yard gain will leave the Colonels with 3rd and 2.
Well, good hard running there. And what Columbia Academy's doing right now is they're doing the exact same thing that Leake Academy had a lot of success with last week, going low and trying to take those legs out from the Colonel's offensive unit. And you can see the frustration in the Colonel's faces yet again as they are having to go down and make the blocks as well. And those ankles really hurt when they get hit in there.
Harris is at 323 yards rushing on the night.
Ooh.
Still got 2 minutes to play in the third quarter. 3rd and short. Handoff goes to Harris. And second effort. He spins ahead and falls across the 30 up to the 31. Give him 3 for a Greenville Motorsports first down.
I think the Colonels were trying to get that late hit there by Columbia Academy, piled on and really hit Harris in the face while he was laying on the ground. Nonetheless, Columbia avoided that, but the Colonels do get the first down and able to move those chains.
1st and 10 from their own 31. Ball is on the near hash. Davis will send Kimball split out to the left. Bolden comes to the near side. Go under center. Hand it off to Harris, left side, spins out of contact for the line of scrimmage and works up across the 35 to the 36 to the 37. Give him 6 on the carry.
Ooh, he is our workhorse tonight, man. I'm telling you, he is blowing and going here, and that's the senior. That's why we're relying heavily on him. Looks like he's breaking his own school personal best rushes or rushing yards in a game with 3:23 and counting, like you said, partner. It's just exciting to watch him, being a Colonel fan there.
They put it back at the 36, so only a 5-yard gain. 2nd and 5 for the Colonels. Starkville Academy continues to lead 21-0 over Adams County Christian. Harris takes the handoff, puts his head down, taken down at the 40, a 4-yard gain. Will lead the Colonels with 3rd and 1.
Yeah, you can see Columbia Academy just doing the same thing Leake Academy did last week, going low. And what they're doing there is they're making that blocker commit to them by going to the ground and trying to pile up a hole in there, that area. Schieffer, there's a lot of S's on that offense. Schieffer Phillips, the pulling guard, does the first kick block. Then Wesley Lester has to go down to block somebody, and Sebastian Harris just follows through the hole.
3rd and 1 from the 40. There's movement. Harris was coming in motion. And the Cougars jumped across. Who will the officials put it on?
That's going to be a tough one there. I think you could say that Harris was going in motion, but the frustration at the end there kind of might call that on the Colonels. They did.
Yeah, going to put it on Columbia, offside. That'll give the Colonels a first down.
And that could have gone either way, but at the same time, an offensive player is able to go in motion, and that's what the officials are going to say there at the end.
So 1st and 10, Colonels from their own 45. 35 seconds to play in the third quarter. IA on top, 28-8. Davis will hand it off to Lester, straight ahead. And the junior carries some white shirts with him inside Cougar territory to the 48. Give him 7 on the carry. We'll bring up 2nd and 3, and that likely will be the final play of the third quarter.
That's tough, hard yards running there, trying to give Harris a little bit of break there. It's hard to give him a break because normally if he's not the man getting the ball, he's the decoy man, and he still runs that play even hard. But Lester just giving him not so many bangs and beats there.
Third quarter will come to an end. Indianola Academy 12 minutes away from a return trip to Jackson. They lead Columbia 28-8. We will step aside, take a break, and be back with Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta.
Find a friend in the banking business at Guarantee Bank and Trust Company. Take that friend with you wherever you go using our mobile app. It's like having your very own key to the bank. Now, that would be nice. At Guarantee Bank, you'll find local people with local answers, ready to serve you with the customer care you deserve and the experience you need. Come see us in Batesville, Belzona, Cleveland, Greenville, Hernando, Hollandale, Indianola, Senatobia, South Haven, Vicksburg, and now in Grenada. Guarantee Bank and Trust Company. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
We all know that Indianola Electric works on electric motors, but did you know Indianola Electric works on irrigation well motors? Call Chris today to talk about any type of electrical work on your irrigation system. When you need work on your in-gun pivot motor, electrical motors, and generators, there's one place to call, Indianola Electric at 887-3292. Our fully trained professionals are ready to serve you, so call today. With over 34 years serving this area, we want you to be our next satisfied customer. Call Indianola Electric today, 887-3292, Highway 49 North in Indianola.
Welcome back. Start of the fourth quarter here from Legion Field. The Colonels working with a 20-point lead, 28-8 over Columbia. Big Blue with 2nd and 3 from the Cougar 48 as they now work right to left here in the fourth. Davis will go under center. Triple I in the backfield. Lester, Smith, and Harris. We saw this a lot last week. Handoff goes to Harris. Skirts free for the Greenville Motorsports first down. Ball is loose, but Harris able to recover. They will put it at the 37, an 11-yard gain for the junior Harris.
I hope we keep running that there. Just smash them right down the center. Harris making almost a rare mistake there by putting that ball on the ground. But like you said, he was able to quickly recover, realizing, hey, this ball is not in my grasp anymore. The senior did a great job because that momentum would have went back out in the center of the field here. It's still not Indianola Academy's for the taking. Lots of football, plenty of time left to play here.
1st and 10 from the 37. Triple I once again. It'll go to Harris. Looks for some blocks and brought down from behind at the 31. A 6-yard gain for Harris will lead the Colonels with 2nd and 4.
You talking about a huge surge up front there. The Colonels' offensive line doing a great job of blocking up front, and then the upbacks doing a good job as well. And Harris just getting in behind them. He actually is getting tackled from behind. And, you know, Columbia Academy, give them their defense credit. They're able to crash in there and come in from behind and bring Harris down. Fortunately for him, he's a hard runner, and he holds on to that ball there and feels it when he gets in traffic and is able to hold on to the ball instead of getting stripped there.
Put it at the 32, so a 5-yard gain. 2nd and 5. Harris tripped up as he crosses 30. Oof. Wow. Bodies go to the ground late. Logan White and is it Policini or is it Phillips tag teaming a Cougar defender?
That was 3 or 4 offensive linemen going to the left and the whole run going to the right. But you're exactly right. I believe Columbia Academy's defensive linemen have gotten under their skin pretty good there tonight. Just aiming low, trying to stay low as the lowest block there, trying to clog up that hole up there, and that's what you try to teach them, stay low. And I saw Stephon Smith lipping off again.
3rd and 2 from the 29. Davis runs the option right side, and the Cougars read it, bring Davis down for a loss. That was Patrick Gill on the tackle. They'll mark it back at the 31, a 2-yard loss for Davis.
when Stefan had to check out of there, we put John Abbott Smith as an up back there, not used to being in that position there. It could have had a little effect on how the timing of the route was run there. Nonetheless, Indianola Academy Colonel's offense unable to capitalize on that play.
4th down, 4 yards to go from the Cougar 31. Colonels have the offense on the field. Looks like they're going to go for it. 9:30 to play. IA on top, 28-8. Triple I in there with Lester Smith, Harris, Davis going with the hard count.
I'm going to run a slant.
They'll come out, check to the sideline. Play clock at 10. Plenty of time for the Colonels. Davis will drop back, looking to pass. Going toward the end zone for Bolden. It's tipped, caught in the end zone. What a grab. Second, third, fourth effort for TK Bolden. He stayed with it, brought it down 31 yards on the strike from Davis to Bolden, and the Colonels extend the lead 34-8 with 9:10 to play in the game.
You got to give credit to Patrick Gill there, the defensive back for Columbia Academy. He has fought hard all night long against TK Bolden, and it's at his number for the most part, but they're on that one play. I don't know if you heard me say it. I'm calling TK with the slant because all you got to get is 4 yards. Nonetheless, the Colonels go for the home run dagger, and they do connect.
William Barrier on for the extra point. The kick is up, and it is good. 35-8. Colonels extend the lead over Columbia. 9:10 to play. We will take a quick break and be back with Colonel football on Super Talk for the Delta.
There's something special about having that trusted friend by you each day. No matter what life brings, he's always there, ready to lend an ear, a smile, and even a helping paw. At Planters Bank, that's what we're here for. We believe in you, and we're cheering you on each and every step. And in the places we can help, we'll be giving you that extra push you need. Planters Bank, growing together. Member FDIC.
The best-kept secret in the Delta is Impact Wholesale Warehouse on Highway 82, Indianola, right next to Love's Travel Center. Having a party? Get all of your party supplies at Impact. Save money on your janitorial supplies by shopping our huge warehouse. And listen to this, ribs, chicken, catfish, and seafood are our specialties. Also canned goods, candy, and lots more. We serve many area schools and restaurants and would love to serve you. That's Impact Wholesale Warehouse next to Love's Travel Center. Call 887-7288.
Welcome back. Colonels add to the lead, 35-8 on a Will Davis to TK Bolden 31-yard strike. 9:10 to play. Colonels with the comfortable cushion here. Kickoff taken at the 18 by Stewart. Returns it up to the 31 before he's taken down. Sebastian Harris making the tackle. Starkville Academy has added a field goal. They lead 24-0 over Adams with 10:33 to play, so looks like we're headed toward a Week 3 rematch between the Colonels and the Volunteers next week in Jackson.
Hey, Watson, I don't know if you what I'm laughing at. Sebastian Harris runs downfield and makes the tackle downfield. I thought he was only offense, and here he is coming up the star of the special teams. What a special player Indianola Academy possesses here. Sebastian Harris doing a great job for the Colonels.
1st and 10, Cougars from their own 32. Pace works from the gun, looking to pass, rolls right, in trouble. Stefan Smith all in his grill and lost it incomplete. Closest man was Aaron Thomas. Well, Pace just had to get rid of that one out of personal safety.
Yeah, well, you had John Abbott Smith, Wesley Lester, and also Stefan getting in there kind of piggybacking on one another and really applying the pressure on the left side of the offensive line there and getting in the face of Pace there, and he wasn't able to get comfortable.
2nd and 10, Cougars from their own 32. Pace with time out in trouble. Lester comes up with the sack, his 7th of the season. Back at the 29, 3-yard loss. Or they may put it at the 30, call it a 2-yard loss.
Well, Indianola Academy on the defensive side of the ball there that time, the jackhammer and also Wesley go work up field there, staying deep as the deepest back. Pace steps up into the pocket. Lester's able to make the adjustment, shuck across his blocker's face, and make the sack there. Great job for the Colonels. Finally got to Pace.
3rd and 12 from the 30. Pace sprints out to his right. Throws back over the middle, caught by Stewart at the 40, but taken down immediately by Eli Lipsy. Going to be 2 yards shy of the first down. There is a Colonel down.
That's Lipsy with a little leg cramp there.
Able to get up on his feet. He'll stay in the game.
Just need a little stretching out.
4th and 2. Cougars going to go for it. Perhaps their last chance. Clock inside 8 minutes to play. Colonel's on top 35-8.
Watch the ball.
Pace will work from the gun. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Takes the snap. He'll hand off to Havard. Looks for running room around the left side. Josh Hill and William Barrier come up to make the stop. He will not have the first down.
I don't know. The officials are giving him a nice, generous spot there.
He's going to be a half-yard shy.
I think so, too, but still a lot more generous than what I saw.
Oh, they're going to have a measurement here?
I'm telling you.
No way. Yeah, now they say Colonel football.
Okay, I was about to say, I barely saw him cross the 40. They had him at the 41 1/4. I'm telling you, he stretched on out there. Nonetheless, defense really stepped up huge there that time, and you can see kind of the excitement. People taking finally a deep sigh of breath because Columbia Academy really came to play tonight, and Indianola Academy has answered that call and played them back a very tough, hard-fought game here. It's still not over with. Indianola's going to keep the starters out here and try to finish this thing out.
1st and 10 from the Cougar 41. Handoff goes to Lester. Bounces outside, left side, 35-30 to the 25. Cougars giving chase. Lester taken out of bounds at the 16-yard line. 25-yard run.
I believe he had that momentum hinged off that sack there that time. Lester, after missing the initial contact right there at the line of scrimmage, able to bounce the ball to the outside and make a nice offensive run there and move the chains for the Colonels and also give our main back, Sebastian Harris, a breather.
25-yard run for Lester. 1st and 10. Colonels at the 16. Columbia wants the timeout. That'll stop the clock with 7:29 to play. Colonels on top 35-8. We'll take a break as well and be back with Colonel football on Super Talk for the Delta.
Magic Mart Pharmacy is a proud supporter of IA Colonel football. We know it takes hard work and commitment to win football games. Come by and let us work hard to earn your business. Serving Indianola and the Delta area as your hometown pharmacy for 25 years. That's Magic Mart Pharmacy located on Highway 82 East behind McDonald's with a drive-through window for your convenience. Magic Mart Pharmacy, where your health is our business. Go Colonels!
With over 100 years in experience, there's nobody in the Mississippi Delta who knows tractors and John Deere better than Wade. We have the inventory, knowledge, and experience to help you purchase and repair the equipment you need to manage your land, no matter how many acres you're working. From combines and compact tractors to lawnmowers and landscape equipment, Wade is your local John Deere resource. To learn more, visit WadeInc.com. Wade, delivering service, solutions, and success since 1909.
1st and 10 from the 16. Davis calls his own number, puts his head down, works inside the 15, taken out of bounds. The ball is loose. It came loose before he went out of bounds, and the Cougars have recovered. So Columbia forces the turnover, 7:21 to play. Colonels on top by 27. That's a pretty good margin, but still plenty of time. High school football, Columbia with their passing attack. You never know what can happen.
Yeah, and Davis there just trying to fight for that extra yardage, not going down with initial contact, carrying 2 Columbia Academy Cougar would-be tacklers with him and just trying to keep that ball advancing forward, and they stood him up and were able to strip it from him. Tough break there for the Colonels' offense.
1st and 10, Cougars from their own 12. Pace looking to pass, in trouble. Flushed out to the right, throws downfield. And do they say a catch?
No, he was juggling that ball.
No, incomplete. Thomas eventually came down with it, but was out of bounds. Incomplete pass to bring up 2nd and 10.
A beautiful catch there, and I'm telling you, Pace, Wesley Lester there that time's been rushing upfield from the outside. Instead, this time shoots between the guard and tackle and kind of skips over there and gives him a different look. Jack Dodd worked up the outside and was able to get in Pace's face and shake things up. Pace got it to his guy and gave him a chance to catch it.
Second and 10 from the 12. Pace looking to pass, floats it out right side in the flat, complete. Loose on the ground. Havard was fighting for it. There are 4 Colonels there. Does Havard come away with it? The official says yes. No joke. Wow. Woods, Toller, Stefan Smith in the area. Somehow the Cougars maintained possession.
No joke. Had 4 guys out there. Tough missed break opportunity there for the Colonels defense. You can see those guys are having fun now, though, Watson. They're getting to the ball, making some plays happen here on the defensive side of the ball, and that's what you want to see. Having fun, getting to the ball, making some hits. Columbia Academy, give them credit for not giving up and making the plays here, and Indianola just getting stingy and gritty and get to the ball.
3rd and 7 from the 15. Pace looking to pass, steps up in the pocket, lost it downfield, going for Thomas. It's caught at the 45 in Colonel territory to the 46. Kimball had the coverage. The Cougars convert. The long pickup on 3rd down. They've got it 1st and 10 from the Colonel 46.
That unorthodox release that Pace has there is doing the job right now. Is a speedster, Aaron Thomas, number 2, the senior receiver for Columbia Academy, doing a good job getting behind the deep man, the defensive back here. Kimball got burned at the last second. Thought he had good position, just wasn't there.
39-yard gain. Pace looking to pass. Throws left side, caught by Stewart inside the 25 at the 24. Cougars move the chains once again. They put it at the 23, a 23-yard gain.
You can see Coach Putnam pretty excited over here as his defensive backfield secondary has gotten burned 2 plays in a row here. Indianola Academy, the difference is their up front is not giving any pressure here. We've got to get in the backfield, apply some pressure.
1st and 10 from the 23. 6.5 minutes to play. Pass complete right side to Thomason. Slips down. He's going to lose 2 back to the 25. Lost his footing once again.
Yeah, Randy Kimball once again bull rushed. The blocker up front there is at that time was number 15, Owen Harper, which is a huge guy. And Kimball outmanned but just overmatched him and made the receiver commit one way or the other. Lost his footing, though.
Call it a 3-yard loss back to the 26. 2nd and 13. Pace rolling left. Throws downfield. Complete to Stewart at the 20 and taken out of bounds there by Willis. Nice little collision over there.
Yeah. Another unorthodox collision over there, but Willis makes it happen. Kind of went in with leading with his ribs. I never see that happen too often.
5-yard gain to the 21. 3rd and 8.
Lead with the ribs.
5:25 to play. Colonel's on top, 35-8. Cougars looking to get back on the board. Pace rolling right. In trouble now, throws toward the end zone. Incomplete through the hands of intended receiver Harper. I thought that was a very catchable ball, I should say. Woods Toller had the coverage. Harper was kind of going down as the ball got there, but still could have been caught, I thought.
Yeah, and Harper, the big man there. Woods Toller was outmanned and oversized for sure. Had good inside coverage pressure. The problem was Pace put the ball to the outside where only his receiver could catch it, and found ourselves out of position real quick. Harper just could not lasso that thing in there.
4th and 8. Cougars going to go from the Colonel 21. Pace takes the snap out of the gun, looking to pass. Throws right side. It's caught at the 11 by Thomas, and he'll have it up for the 1st down if they mark where he caught it. He ended up coming back to the 15. They're going to put it at the 11. That'll be good enough for a Cougar 1st down.
And Kimball had some good coverage there that time. Thomas just got open, and the quarterback put it where only he could catch that ball, and Columbia Academy doing a good job on offense, moving the chains.
1st and 10 from the 11. Clock continues to run. 5 minutes to play. Pace looking to pass. Now going to tuck it and run straight ahead, and he's hit hard just inside the 10. Sheeper Phillips coming up to make the tackle.
Yeah, good, nice hard tackle with authority there. Sheeper Phillips collapsing down, doing a good job not letting Pace, the quarterback, get to the outside, and at the last second able to shuck across his blocker's face and make the tackle there, so Pace not able to carry it much further than 2 yards.
2nd and 8 from the 9. Pace works from the gun, looking to throw over the middle. It's picked off. Josh Hill around the 5-yard line. A flag is down on the return. The interception will stand.
There's a player down
That
there.
is the second interception of the year for Hill.
64, the jackhammer with the helmet coming off there. Josh Hill, wow, he's on that hands team, and he really showed why right there as Pace tried to zip one behind his backside there. And, I mean, he just reached out of nowhere, boom, and caught that ball. That's Shaw's, that's the Colonel's second baseman and also the pitcher. He played pretty much everywhere last year. Remember when Davis was pitching and he would play at shortstop. He's got some great set of hands there. And he showed it right there. Great job by the Colonels junior defensive linebacker and did a great job of swapping the ball here for the Colonels. Now we're on offense.
Boy, Starkville Academy is embarrassing Adams County Christian tonight. 31-0. The Volunteers lead late in the fourth quarter. 1st and 10, Colonels from their own 6. Handoff goes to Wesley Lester. Tries to extend it left side. Going to be taken out of bounds. See where they mark it. Was a lot of late contact there. Officials needed to blow that one dead long before they did.
Yeah. But some good hard running there by the Colonel's junior running back. I thought Kimball almost pushed the tackler into Wesley as he was running it there trying to bounce it, but he did all that he could just to try to throw that would-be tackler off kilter, and Lester able to capitalize on that and move it up, get a second down, and close play.
Second and short for the Colonels, less than a yard. With 4:10 to play, ball is on the near hash. Davis under center. Handoff goes to Harris. He's got the Greenville Motorsports first down as he works up to the 19. Give him 3 on the carry. That'll move the chains. Colonels 4 minutes away from a return trip to Jackson, Mississippi, where it appears they will face Starkville Academy. Brady mentioned earlier those two teams met back in week 3. It was a 14-point win for the Colonels, 35-21. That was here at home. Going to get them on a neutral site next week. A little different atmosphere, mid-afternoon kickoff.
Yeah.
Haven't seen that before. Should be an interesting matchup next week in Jackson.
Yeah, and that's artificial turf there as well, so it's going to be a different layout for sure for the Colonels.
1st and 10 from the 19. Davis will run the option. Left side has a blocker out in front. Make it 2 blockers, and Davis is loose to the 40, 50. Davis has a chance. It's a foot race to the Cougar 30, to the 20. Harris is going to spring him free. Touchdown, Colonel. Will Davis takes it 81 yards. How about that icing on the cake?
That is redemption there where he fumbles the ball in the last series of offense. This time he is able to carry the ball down the sideline. And what I like seeing more than anything was the teammates, the togetherness, those guys working with each other, running down those sidelines. That any Columbia player could have come up and made a tackle from behind, but he got in behind several of his blockers, several of them getting out front, realizing I'm not getting the ball, but I'm going to go up here and make some blocks for the Colonels. Great job for the junior quarterback, Will Davis. A huge chunk of yards there.
3 plays, 94 yards on the drive, an 81-yard run for the junior quarterback Davis. Colonel's going to go for 2, up 41-8. He'll pitch it right side to Harris, and he's in there for the 2-point try, 43-8. All Colonels here tonight at Legion Field, 3:33 to play. Again, Will Davis with an 81-yard run to put the icing on the cake. We will step aside and take a break and be back with Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta.
Value Foods Indianola has the Thanksgiving savings for you and your family this week. You'll find Cook's Shank Portion Ham, just $1.28 a pound. 10 to 24-pound farm fresh turkeys, 98 cents a pound. Limit 1 with a $25 purchase. Essential everyday cranberry sauce, 96 cents. And Martha White flour or cornmeal, 5-pound bag, $1.88. What it costs to get it to the shelf plus 10% at checkout all day, every day at Shoppers Value Foods, Highway 82, Indianola.
We make it simple. David Smith Construction of Inverness is a proud Indianola Academy sponsor. At David Smith Construction, our reputation is building every day. And Coach Tommy Nestor and the Colonels have built a winning tradition that we are proud of. Whether it be commercial or residential, let us take care of your building needs. We've been building for satisfied customers since 1982, and we would love to add you to that list. David Smith Construction is located on Highway 49 in Inverness. Call David Smith today at 265-6060.
Welcome back to Legion Field. Watson Cook and Brady Smith with you. 43-8. Colonels in control here over Columbia. 3:29 to play. And should have a running clock here after the kickoff. Barrier will put the left boot into it. High end-over-end kick going to be taken at the 18 on the run. Stewart puts it on the ground and able to come fall on it at the 26. That's where Columbia will have it 1st and 10.
I told you he's an exciting player here, Watson. Definitely didn't want to be that exciting, though. He made a nice acrobatic recovery there for the Columbia Academy return team and was able to recover that ball, so his team does get another shot here on the offensive side of the ball. Bridges is out of the press box, so we know we got this thing.
Always a good sign.
The big lady is singing right now.
Pace will work from the gun, 1st and 10. Cougars, hands off to Havert, straight ahead. And going to be wrestled down. Walker's the pony gets in to make the tackle as they work up to the 35, a 9-yard gain.
And Watson, if I'm counting this correctly, the 10 Colonel seniors, this will be their last game here on Legion Field, as we'll be going, like you said earlier, next week to Jackson, Mississippi. To go on this field undefeated is a true awesome testament.
Yes, it is. 2nd and 1 from the 35. Pass is complete to Thomas. Has the Cougar first down as Spencer Robertson makes the tackle out of bounds. They'll mark him at the Cougar 49, 14-yard pickup.
I like the lady statistician on the sidelines here, seeing that the play and the momentum's coming to her side here, and wisely runs from the ball to make sure she doesn't get smeared in the mud.
Good footwork.
Yeah.
1st and 10, Cougars. Pace looking to pass with a pump fake. Now rolls left. Throws downfield, has Stewart open and caught at the 23. Breaks free to the 15-10, and Stewart's going to take it in. 51 yards, Pace to Stewart. Cougars back on the board with 1:50 to play. Makes it 43-14. Clock continues to run.
And, you know, I'm telling you, Watson, this Columbia team will be back next year in the playoffs. They have a bunch of sophomores and juniors. They do have several seniors as well, but they have got some size and speed returning. Bright future for Columbia Academy, so they don't have a lot to hold their head down about as they played a tough game tonight. Indianola Academy just came to play a little stronger.
Cougars going for 2. Pace throws, back corner of the end zone. It's caught by Thomas for the conversion, makes it 43-16. 1:15 to play. Clock continues to run. It has gone final in Starkville. How about this defensive performance? The Volunteers shut out Adams County Christian 31-0. Starkville Academy in the state championship next week, and feel pretty good right now about saying the Colonels will be there as well. 1 minute left on the clock.
Those PowerPoints really work out, as this is the second year in a row where 1 versus 2 are in the championship game. I believe when we played Silliman a couple years ago, they might have been a 3 or 4 seed. They weren't. I don't think they were the 1 and 2 though that year, and I could be wrong on that, but I do know for the past 2 years, whoever puts that PowerPoint thing together really has thought that thing out. And I would love to see everybody in blue dressed here tonight in Jackson next week, as the Colonels are going to make the hour-and-a-half trek south down 49 and be playing at Jackson Academy. Nice little location, nice venue next week, and Colonels looking forward to making that trip again.
May not have time to even kick it off. Cougars scramble to the line. Clock is down to 8. Officials blow it ready for play. They'll kick it off, go for the onside kick. It will be recovered by James Roberts. Clock hits 000. Back-to-back-to-back trips to the ship for the IA Colonels. Coach Tommy Nestor has his group back in Jackson for the 3rd consecutive year, and the Colonels will take on Starkville